Thunderbirds are go. Doot, 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 doot.
All right.
Ronnie, how you doing, guys and dolls?
Yeah. I hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, I'm fine. Not bad. Now that I broke me fast,
Oh, have you? Oh, I thought you was like.
I was feeling good,
Oh,
but I think what happened. I was doing the exercises as well. You see, so
yeah.
I overdone it with the exercise. I got hungry in the end. So today, around about 10 o'clock ish, I broke my fast.
So how many days
ten
were that
o'clock in the
then?
evening, that is. Well, that was well, we could call it 5 days because I broke it during the fifth day. Had I gone past midnight, it would have made it officially 6 days, but no. So I got as far as 5 days, but I broke it in the fifth day, towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the funny
that's
thing is,
like.
I had this funny.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah,
you.
I had this
You.
funny sensation. I had this funny sensation. I was actually on the in the chat room of Roxanne and Dave's Search for Truth earlier on UK time this morning, which was 7 o'clock in the evening my time, which would have been 11 o'clock your time. And basically, I was feeling good because I just come back from a cycle. I've been cycling. I've done the exercise in the park, so I kept the routine. I come back in, got on to Roxanne and Dave Murphy's there, started commenting, saw Lee Gunnar Edwards in there, had a little chat with him, and that was okay. And then after the 2 hours, the event finished, sat down here, and suddenly my stomach started rumbling, rumbling, rumbling. I started watching this documentary about the moon. Okay, so it's coming up to 10 o'clock now. I thought, wow, you know what? Yeah, now I've got to eat now. I've got to eat now. Come on, man, this is a joke. So I waited till 10:30. Then I went to the shop and got something to eat.
Yeah, you
I just got,
know something that Dave Murphy were going on about, that when you feel your belly rumbling, it's not a
yeah.
sign of hunger. Like, but I don't know. Like, yeah, like that's what he was saying, because he's tried the different like fasts and things, and he's said
Yeah.
that it he's not that the belly rumbling thing isn't to do with hunger. It has to do with um, well, it's the movements of like fluids and things, isn't it? And
Well, yeah, yes, that saying so, that being correct, but you know when you're hungry because you haven't eaten in 4 days, nothing's gone in, you're getting sick of water, right? And I thought,
well, I think it's more, yeah, if you like you're getting the taste more, and it's like you start craving it more. But the thing is, like, it, you got to think, well, if you basically any food that is kind of seems appealing at that point, then yeah, probably eat, because like
no,
it's
I was
a
just
sign that you're hungry. Because when you get to the
genuinely,
point where any food is going to taste good,
no, I made the mistake of exercising whilst I was on the fast. So I depleted whatever energy, any kind of like food that was left in my stomach, and the body was just calling for it. I thought, yeah, can I go another whole day plus all that morning? I thought, nah, I'm going to go and get something to eat. So I did. I took the 5 days, and that'd do me, and I went and got something to eat. But the sensation I felt though when I was eating was that my tongue started burning up. Right as I was eating,
Hmm.
my tongue started burning up, and I thought, "What's this?" That's a weird sensation. I drank some water, just made it even worse. So I
Maybe it's
thought, okay,
become more sensitive to the stuff you're putting in it. Maybe like stuff, when you put stuff in your body, it's gonna tell you more when like when you clean yourself out more, you know that when there's things that you're putting inside of you that shouldn't be there, kind of thing. Maybe,
probably because my tongue was stinging. It was stinging basically.
yeah, probably the acids and stuff that are in it, and the
Probably.
obviously some acids are good, like lemon and things like that. I mean, but
Yeah, but
it's how it reacts when it gets in the body. If it alkalizes in the body, then like
what
or
I actually had was pasta salad and one portion of a very small box of chips. That's all I had, and 2 glasses of red wine to wash that down. That's what I actually had today. That was it. 2 glasses of chili wine with a portion of chips. When you say a portion, you're probably getting about 15 bits of chips. That's all in a little box. And this pasta salad. That's all I had. Finish. And by the time I'd eaten the potatoes, my stomach was full.
I know.
The reason I took the chips, just to warm the inner part of my body, because my body temperature seemed to have dropped slightly because it was raining. I exercised in the rain because it was raining. We're in the rainy season here in Japan.
Yeah.
So I basically exercised in the rain. I did a 3-mile cycle to the park, parked the bike up, did my exercises in the park, the routine, using the parallel bars and the jungle gym and that. Okay, so I'm doing dips, pull-ups, sit-ups, and then running around the park. Come back in and I did 2 sets of that. Then I cycled back. Now I've been doing that ever since my fast, so I haven't stopped. Okay, every day. So, but today I think was the final straw. I think I just used up whatever fuel I had left to last the couple of days left. It just went. So, and it was raining as well. So cycling back again 3 miles. So the body got wet. Body temperature. I tell you, my shoulders, of course, my shoulders and the back was a little bit cold. Had the shower, came back downstairs, and no, my body temperature didn't rise. So I had some chips. When I decided to get the food, I thought I'd get some chips, some hot food going in, and I get my salad, low calorie, and that's what I had. And I got some chili wine, which is roughly about £2 for a 750 milliliter bottle, £2.50. And maybe I'm telling a lie there. Let's check that. I might be wrong. I said £2.50. It might be a bit more than that. Hang on a sec. What is that in Japanese yen to British pounds? Here we go. Japanese yen. It's 400 yen roughly. Here we go. 400 yen, British pounds. Okay, £2.90.
That's not bad.
So almost £3 for a bottle of wine. Chili wine. 750 ml. Is that expensive?
No, that's pretty cheap, that.
Yeah, £3, £2.90, roughly. Chili wine, drank 2 glasses of that, and yeah, man, felt good. Buzzing on it.
Reasonable, right?
Yeah, nothing, not bad at all.
Yeah, so say hello to the chat. So Jez, Robocop, Batman, Reality Creator, 666, No Don't Believe, and Anaton. Alright.
Cool.
So yeah.
Anyone wants to leave?
Good evening to you all. Yeah, you're all from I don't know about reality. I don't know where Reality Creator is from, but I don't know. But I take it it's evening or whatever, or day. I don't know where Reality Creator is from, but
Right, so who we got in the house today? Okay, let's have a look. Let me have a look, see who am I talking to today. Oh, Jonathan, Detox, nice to see you.
yeah, I think that's what he was saying about when you were on the fast and you got to a point where you were hungry. I think you were saying that. I think that was in response to that, but I don't know about that really.
Yeah, I was hungry. I got to that point. I got to that point 3 days. So I didn't touch anything. I just drank the water. Yeah, nice to see you guys. Reality 666, yeah. Jez, Robocop, nice one. Batman Slash. Nice to, thanks for you guys joining in. Hopefully we'll have an interesting discussion together with you guys. All right? Okay, let's have a look. What do you think then? Does anybody believe that the moon can affect our weather? Anyone in the chat room as well? Do you think the moon has a bearing on the weather, our weather system, the moon? I'm hearing. The reason I ask is because I'm hearing that certain parts of the world predict volcanoes, volcanic eruptions because of the moon. Okay? They can predict volcanic eruptions using the moon. So what say you guys in the panel? Lee, Jamie, anything?
So possibly the magnetic effect of it, perhaps, and maybe there's some kind of attraction that's causing the magma to be kind of, you know, like raised up, so then it kind of erupts. Perhaps, I don't know. It's a good question, I suppose. I mean, I haven't really looked into it, so.
Anybody in the chat room? What about you, Lee? What say you?
Well, no, I've never heard. See, I've never heard of that with the moon like that. I know the moon's supposed to cause the tides and stuff, you know, within the sea, but not for volcanic eruption.
Well, some people say that the moon has a cooling effect, which I'm not sure about, because because you know when they've done the experiment with the moon in the moonlight in the shade.
Yeah.
Thing with that though, when you put something in a shade, it's going to be warmer just because it's being protected from the elements, isn't it? So that's what I was thinking. The only way to be able to validate that is to see if the different phases of the moon have a different effect. You know, like if when it's a full moon, that there's a more of a cooling effect. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, does it tend to snow more and get really cold weather and frosty nights and stuff like that when it's a full moon? Have you ever sort of noticed any of that, or what's your thoughts?
I ain't noticed any of that nonsense. No.
I don't know. I was just kind of seeing if you thought there was any kind of connection.
You know what? I'm going to side with Jez here. Jez says no in big letters, no, and he says, how can they prove it when they don't know? Talking paper maths again, Jamie. Right?
Well, I'm not making any claims here. I'm just kind of
exactly.
Playing with an idea.
I suppose he singled you out because you're on the fence. You're not a flat earther already, so that's why. Didn't single me and Lee out because he knows we don't believe in that crap. Absolutely rubbish. I do not believe that the moon is doing anything to us on this earth, except for perhaps, for lovers, the romantic moonlight. Okay, it might affect you there. You might score a woman and you get a score when you get home in the bedroom. Might be that lucky, but apart from that, I don't believe it's affecting human beings and making them commit crime. Like in America, they reckon on a full moon the crime rate goes up. Yeah,
I don't believe in any of that.
Pig flies, you know what I mean? But that's what they reckon. They reckon more crimes committed on a full moon than any other time in the US.
They say werewolves come out on a full moon as well.
Yeah, exactly. So everything that's odd in our world always happens in the US first. Question: why the F in US? Excuse me, French. You know what I mean? Why does everything happen in the US? Everything. Aliens, the US. Full moon, crime rates increase, US.
Yeah, it's like you had the JFK assassination, and then you had Princess Diana thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, Jess, welcome aboard.
No, then.
Alrighty.
Yeah, fucking gone weird.
Yeah, we are live, by the way.
Your phone's gone weird.
Oh yeah, Reality 666 says, well, wolves don't howl at the moon because the US is set up to take the blame. Yeah, I totally agree with that. The US, biggest lying country.
Get a bit of
Everything
feedback there, please.
US. Yeah, you know, I was just watching. I'm watching this documentary. It's about 15 minutes long. Well, we get an echo there, James. Yes, echo. Something's going wrong there. You're creating an echo.
Echo.
All right. You might have to exit and come back in again, Jess, because we're getting an echo. Well, it's all right now. It's all right now, by the way. Sorry, it's fine now. We were getting an echo just a little while ago. All right. Yeah, everything seems to happen in the US anyway. And I'm watching this documentary, and they reckon they can predict earthquakes via the full moon and that around the world. There's a volcanist who can do this. You know? What say you guys?
I don't think they can prove anything.
No, exactly. How can you predict a volcano?
I know.
Stupid.
With the full moon.
It's an insult.
No.
And again, it's from the US. Again.
Yeah. They can show things. They can show things what's on this earth. That's not a problem. But anything beyond.
They can't predict when an earthquake is going to happen or when a volcano is going to erupt, because that's what they're saying. They can predict earthquakes and volcanoes. Because apparently, according to the Americans, when the full moon is up, something happens lines in the US.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you've got like Yellowstone Park in America. I mean, that's like
super volcano.
Yeah, I think it's about 200,000 or 400,000 years overdue. How can they predict that? I know they've got sensors and stuff.
Yeah, seismic sensors. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, Pedro was saying in chat that data is an old wives' tale. The rate of crime does not significantly increase during full moons. A minor increase can be attributed to the decreased ability for criminals to hide under moonlight.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
Well, we all know that the moon has its own light.
Well, yeah, full moon's light as hell, isn't it? You know, it's really light. Yeah,
Reality 666 got it as well. It's all done by design. Yeah, it's all done by design, man. And Ford got it right. It's just a load. It's an old wives' tale. Totally agree. And I just want to bring it up because tonight's the night where I'm going to attack the US. Too many effing lies coming from this country. Everything that we hear about emanates from the US. Biggest lying country in the world. Everything, man. Dinosaurs, moon landings, Mars landings, rover on the Mars. Yeah? Fed up with this country.
Lies.
Country, man.
It's all bollocks.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well and truly fed up with this country. It's time for the Americans to stand up and say, yes, my country is lying all the time. It's lying to you, it's lying to the world. Damn country. There are people that think Trump is being controlled by the divine.
No, I think Trump's playing a game.
Look, let me just get this straight here, folks. Trump is a puppet. He's playing if he's playing any game, it's a game where he's being told what to do.
Oh,
He's following
definitely.
orders, just like all the previous other presidents. He's doing nothing of his own initiative, his own thinking, his own cognitive action. There is zero input. He's being told what to do. Full stop. I don't know what anybody else thinks, but that's what I know.
Yeah, I think he's been like fed a script and all that.
Yeah, it's all following a script. Thank you, Jamie.
It's like there was that thing, weren't there, in was it the Illuminati card game or something like that? You know, where they predicted it or something.
That's right. Yeah. And you can't predict anything anyway. At the end of the day, it's already been set.
Yeah.
All they're doing is for the motions. They're
going through the programming, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the expression from Reality Creator 66. It's all done by design. Yes, by damn design. That's right.
We're in a matrix.
Where is my man, Reality 66? He says, red, white, and blue are the world's police. That's right. Thank you. White, he says, white people. They're all puppets and all related to the appointed royals. Anti-Trump equals 666. Thank you very much. True. What else we got to say here? Bloodline family 666. Yeah. It's all by design, man.
The bloodlines of the reptilians.
Yeah, that's right. So Trump is just another mug, well, a rich mug, but he's not going to affect any change. Just picture this, just for example. Obama gets in when America, so now we get an echo there somewhere again. Someone needs to mute. Obama gets in just as America's, Jez, can you mute yourself? Because I'm coming over your mic. Right, just as Obama gets in, America's going down the tubes. So Obama inherits America as it's going down, all by design anyway. And then, of course, he's going to be a lame president because he didn't do any changes, even with the Medicare. He tried to change, but he met with a lot of resistance. And then in comes Trump. It's obvious, isn't it? In comes Trump, white man in shining armor, going to make America great again. But it's all crap. It's just all by design. It's too obvious. I predicted this when Obama got in, and I didn't think it'd be a two-term. Didn't think it'd be a two-term president, but of course he had to be. So they gave him a two-term president, but he didn't do anything. The economy still went downhill, and now Trump. They're trying to credit Trump with some kind of recovery. Nothing's happening. There's nothing happening. Trump's just another puppet. Divine intervention. Sorry. What the hell? What the hell are they?
Yeah, you know, red pill philosophy.
Yeah.
He's a Trump supporter.
No, he ain't. He ain't a Trump supporter.
Didn't he say that he like? Because I think he actually made a T-shirt saying, "Trump finally a president with balls" or something like that, and he was saying that he thinks like Trump is like.
No, he's gone the other way now.
I haven't paid any. What's he said about it? Like I don't know. I've not.
Well,
really
I think when he's looking at what's it when they're talking about the
Space Force thing.
Yes, that's it. You took the words out of my mouth. That's the one. That's the one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He's since gone.
But I thought that thing was announced like before he. Yeah. I mean, because I've heard him talk, unless he's just found out about that kind of stuff.
Well, it's been put to him, isn't it? It's been put to him.
Because he's not really kind of.
Been put to him.
Well, he's into different things, isn't he? So, like, people will just send him stuff and he'll go and look into it.
Exactly. No white people. The red, white, and blue nations. That's right.
I'll be back in an hour and a half.
Nice one, man.
Yeah.
Every war is led by Britain,
Yeah,
France, the US,
I'm just
and
watching a
Russia.
movie.
The red, white, and blue. Absolutely. Absolutely right. Bang on. So I just wanted to get that bit out there. Do people believe the moon can? That they're saying that if the moon were to disappear tomorrow, we'd have all manner of disasters going on: tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanic eruption, tornadoes, hurricanes. Does anyone believe that?
No, not really.
What say you, Jamie? Hello, Mel.
All right, Mel.
If you're speaking, Mel, we can't hear you. If you're not speaking, what's happening? What's going on? Why are you shy?
Mel's not shy.
You
That's
got
what I'm
me?
asking.
Yeah.
Ah, you're there.
Hey
You
up,
just
Jim.
said welcome. Welcome.
Welcome.
All right. How's it hanging?
It's long and strong.
All right.
Not
So
short, swiveled and always to the
what do
left.
you say? What do you see? What do you know?
We just got to keep our heads screwed on and our feet on the ground and honor and integrity all the way.
Ah, my sentiments exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
We'll be right.
That's the one.
It's going to get weird, but just ride the wave like a champion with your head held and your fist raised.
That's it. Fists up, get your legs, keep light on your feet so you can swing around the house and a back kick.
Stay fit.
Yeah, man.
Don't get soft. Don't get complacent.
No, don't get complacent. Now, question. Do you believe that the moon can affect the weather that we have on Earth here and the crime rate that America's always talking about? The full moon. The moon.
I do get affected with the full moon, but not everyone does, but I do.
So what happens to you then?
It just feels a lot more like like a stereo when you turn the volume up.
Mm-hmm.
It sort of just feels like that, like the volume gets turned up and it's a lot more amped, like just if more emotional, more sensitivity.
Okay, so you have an emotional connection with the moon, is what you're basically saying, right?
Yep.
When you see the full moon, you feel happy to see it emotionally, yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
It affects my mood.
Yes, I feel that myself, but I don't feel that the moon has some power on Earth's weather. That I don't. Never will I believe that.
Yeah.
It can affect the volcanoes. It can trigger earthquakes, tsunamis. They reckon the Pakistani earthquake that happened not so long ago, that was due to the full moon. Crap.
Right.
Don't believe that for 1 second.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Emotional ties. Yeah, that's down to one's personal feeling, and that's right. That's correct. I have that feeling. That's real. That's real. If your heart is open and you are connected to nature, then the moon will uplift you. Basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
It will uplift you emotionally. Yes.
Sometimes it's like the other day, I felt like I'd come to the end of like a thought pattern, or I just felt like a cycle ended, and I looked in the sky, and it was like a new moon, and it felt like a fresh start. So, I mean, I'm not making it up. I did not. I was like, wow, that's interesting, because I felt different, and it was a new moon. Felt lighter. Yeah, I think it goes in cycles. It affects us, but I don't know how much it affects the tides and, like you're saying, volcanoes and stuff. That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Yeah, and fault lines. This is what's being said, that the moons can do it. In fact, it's being said that if the moon was to disappear, we would have weathers would be out of control. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, typhoons, hurricanes, you name it, it's happening.
Out of
It's funny how
control.
these things always happen in the US. That's the
Yeah.
other thing.
It would only happen in the US. The rest of the world
Yeah.
would be fine. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
the US that would be going downhill. Yeah.
The
The rest
biggest
of us
lying
will be all
country in the
right.
world.
It's because
The
they're
biggest
messing
lying
with all
country
sorts
in
of
the
stuff,
world.
aren't they?
Say
Yeah.
that again?
It's like they're messing with. Felix has told me a couple of things, and I didn't really know about it because I don't research it or anything. But she reckons they can control the weather,
Well, yeah, they call it
especially in America.
geoengineering, don't they? This is what it under this geoengineering. I don't know. I don't believe man. I don't believe man has that power. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't
No,
believe
it's
man and his stupid machines have that power to control weather at this point. Not yet. And it'll never happen. It'll never happen. Nature's far too powerful for that. I'm sorry.
Did you hear when I don't know if it's true, but apparently China in the Olympics, they messed with something and they had good weather the whole time?
Yeah, I heard that because most of the athletes were concerned with the air pollution that they didn't want to do, especially the marathon runners. They didn't want to run. So what they did is they made it rain to clear the smoke. That's what I heard. They made it rain, and much to the anger of India, because India was expecting some rain and they didn't get it for their crops. Right?
Yeah.
This is the argument. This is what I heard, right? And they didn't get it. So India was very angry with China. But then, the Olympics went well. They had good weather. He said, sprayed, I don't know, I heard the word iodine into the skies.
Right. Yeah.
They sprayed iodine into the skies over China.
Yeah.
And it made it rain and it cleared the smoke. And then thus they had a successful Olympics, didn't they? The Beijing Olympics.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that very well. Because marathon runners were very concerned. So, I mean, that might be true. That might be true. Might be. Iodine in the air. You need an awful lot of airplanes to do that, though. And,
I don't know about you. There's some rabbit holes I haven't jumped in. Like, I know they're there, but I didn't go in. It's like, I'm not going in there. But I'm open. The more this unfolds, my open-mindedness is coming into play. Like, I'm open. There's just some things I'm wary of because I don't want to get too distracted or caught in all these other things.
I agree.
Yeah. Flat Earth's enough to deal with, let alone all the other stuff.
Flat Earth covers everything for me. It's enough.
It's enough.
Everything.
Yeah.
Whether
that's where my focus is.
It's another story. It's another. Like you said, another,
exactly. What's going on in the sky and space and this and that and the other. It's like just one thing at a time, one day at a time. It's what I keep coming back to. Trying to keep my shit together.
Well, yeah, me too. Especially the shit that I need, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit that I don't need, I just flush down.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah.
Steady on.
Theodore says, I know Jamie isn't distracted by sports, yet I will put out a solid betting tip. If you want to win money, bet now on India to win the Cricket World Cup. That's a good one, yeah.
There you go, Jerry. That's
I
a good
love it.
Jerry.
The Reality 66 says, the US is just a straw man. Totally agree. Yeah, man. Yeah. Another straw man to distract us all. They can affect the weather by messing with the sun. Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Are you there, JB?
Yeah. Huh. Well, they say like this global warming thing due to the there being more carbon in the air or something. I mean, what do you think about that?
Yeah, makes sense, doesn't it?
What is that like? Can't tell if you're
Far,
being sarcastic or.
a little bit, yeah, yeah, because we got sort of told that all the ice was going to melt and the water was going to rise, and
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they're always trying to scare us, Jamie.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking because you know, like when people put out that stuff where like if the water was rising, how come when you put ice in a cup of water and then you let it melt, it doesn't rise? So,
Yeah.
but the thing is though, that's not really a fair comparison because
Thank you.
the ice is on land, a lot of it. So when it melts, it would melt off into the sea. So,
That's right.
but if it was warming up, you would get quite noticeable
Yeah.
sea level rising.
There are some islands that are experiencing sea level rising, and it's noticeable. I've seen these on
Yeah,
certain documentaries, right? So there must be something there a little, but not to the point where they're scaremonger us at this point. Don't believe everything they tell us.
yeah, it's probably blown out of proportion. Like, yeah,
Yeah, it's blown out of proportion, man. Definitely.
I think like if people just did what they do now and then carry it on and it doesn't really grow so much, I don't think it would really have much of an effect. I think it's
Well,
just over the last so many years where, you know, everything's become so industrialized and technology and everything.
right.
It's all out of whack with nature, isn't it? I think that's the
That's right. You took the words out
issue.
of my mouth. I would sincerely hope that man doesn't carry on this path with the rising cancer, and it's all due to the poor quality air that we're breathing. For example, the pollution from the factories, from the chemical products that are being made, is responsible for the cancer increase.
Well,
Breast cancer,
air
prostate
fresheners.
cancer, and other cancers. The chemicals that we're using. If we can go back to using hemp and use hemp to make all our products, motorbikes, cars, furniture, food, clothing, everything, we'd clean the atmosphere up in 25 years. 25 years, the atmosphere would be much, much, much cleaner and a
Yeah.
healthy lifestyle. Everything would decrease. So I don't want industry to carry on this path. That's for sure. I've been an advocate for hemp for at least 20 years now or more.
Well, it's like what Aon the Tonset was saying before about, like, like Hemel Hempstead. So obviously there was places where they used to grow hemp, and it was like, well, where is it all now? Like, what's happened to it all? What's caused it to all? It's like, you'd think that it would, just kind of like still be growing in abundance, like because unless they've somehow taken it out or something deliberately to try and because it's not in their best interest to have lots of hemp growing, perhaps.
Yeah. Well, we the people need to, those of us who know need to educate those who don't know into the advantages of using hemp and other plant-based fibers in order to make and sustain ourselves. We don't need what man's making. Man's synthetic chemicals is just a no-no for me, a definite no-no. Try to avoid as much as I can.
It's starting to catch on here a little bit, Gin, like cotton, bamboo, hemp, organics, organic farming. It's quite
Brilliant.
big. Yeah, it's definitely
Yeah, I
happening
saw
here. And
To be honest, Mel, Australia has been in the hemp movement since the 70s, mate. To be honest, okay, they've been around. They've been at it since the 70s. That's what I'm aware of. So Australia has been in the forefront, part of the leading group for hemp. It's not a new thing. It's been around a long time. Yeah. So Australia have been crying out for him together with New Zealand for a long time.
You can sort of see a bit of a divide between the like mainstream supermarkets and the people involved in organics. They're they're different kind of people.
Well, they're more placid, aren't they? More down to earth.
They just seem like.
Yeah.
And some of the people you see walking around a supermarket, they look a bit more zombie.
Exactly, drugged up from the chemicals that they're consuming on a daily basis. Plus
and that kind of weird zoned out stare.
Yes. And it's all coming from the indoctrination from their programs that they watch.
Yeah, always on their phone too and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned flat earth and you're a lunatic.
Theodore was going on my last stream about how he takes like multivitamin and he feels better from that. So what is your thoughts on that? Because I don't think you kind of would be one of those to kind of recommend vitamins so much. I don't know.
No, not really. You know why? I'll tell you a story, okay? Now I used to believe, I'll tell you what happened, right? I was doing karate, okay? And I thought, okay, this is back in the 1990s. I was doing karate after doing a spout of boxing. I thought, okay, let me see if I can improve my energy level, boost it. That's what I was trying to do, okay? So I did a 6 months trial. I tried ginseng first, okay? Ginseng from China, yeah? 6 months usage, no difference in my performance at all. So I then left it for 6 months, and then I tried royal jelly. No, for 6 months. Again, no difference in my performance. And I asked my sensei, did he notice anything different about me in the last 6 months of my performance in my karate or anything? Any energy booster? He goes, no, your usual self. I said, okay, thank you. I didn't notice anything. That's right. So I put it down to a waste of money. And shortly after that, my brother's a plumber, okay? And I was talking to his friend, and they were talking about, you know, the toilet, when you flush your poo into the toilet, and it goes down to a major tank in the basement, yeah? Now, that tank was full of tablets, he said, supplements that people had taken and hadn't dissolved, had just gone straight through.
Right.
When he said that to me, it just backed up my own experiment. So would I say, yeah, take supplements? I say no. Eat the actual fruits or the vegetables. What you've got to remember is this: how can they capture the enzymes from the vegetables or the fruits and keep it alive in a capsule for you to eat it and consume it? Because when you make these things, you need heat to make a supplement tablet. And when you heat an enzyme, you kill it. Okay? So you have to consume the enzyme when it's alive. The fresh orange juice, the fresh apple, the fresh banana, the carrots, the spinach, the cabbage. It's all consumed raw. When you put it into a tablet, you've killed it. So they're lying to you.
Yeah.
They're lying, man. And
what would you rather eat? A carrot tablet or a real carrot?
Or a real carrot. Exactly. There you go.
So it's like you get these, was it protein powders?
Yeah, again,
because they want to bulk up.
They'll bulk you up. Yeah, bulk you up, Jamie.
But like, they're probably going to do more harm than good, eventually, because it just puts a lot of strain on your
system. On your system.
Because it causes a lot of resistance because of how dense it is.
Yeah, I'm not knocking fear though, because everybody who embarks on that road is showing signs of intelligence. Only the powers that be are ahead of us, so they're setting us up. They are taking advantage of your intellect. So what I say to you is go back to basics. If you really want to enhance your fitness and stay healthy, eat the live enzymes. Eat everything as raw as you can, or steam it, blanch it. Try to retain as much of the enzymes as you can. Eat it as raw. Juice
Can Can I just give a really quick shout out? Sorry, and we'll get back to it. There's
Go
someone
ahead.
in the Octagon Flat Earth.
Really?
Check Octagon Flat Earth out. Really interesting creativity and music and
Yeah, I've seen that one
seriously,
before.
yeah,
Yeah,
good
cool.
Okay,
stuff.
Octagon.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
Brandon Cook saying you're a snake, Merle.
I know.
Is he
Oh, the snake.
being sarcastic there or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always trolling me. He's been
Chris-
trolling me for years. That
Chris
guy.
says he's saying, "Oh God, Merle is here now." FFS. I thought he didn't mind you. I don't know. Like,
Who?
I don't know.
Chris.
Like, Chris Hayes is saying,
Oh,
"Oh God,
no.
Merle is here now."
Yeah, I don't get along with him. They're all like, him, Beyond Belief, Emerald Rider, Celtic 67. They're all like
This
licking each other's
name
butt.
sound familiar, Mel. This wouldn't be off a certain Scottish channel, would be in the chat, maybe.
Well, we don't really
Yeah.
need to go there right now, though, do it?
I'm just saying, not naming names. I'm just saying it sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I do like Delda. I do like him. Don't get me wrong. I like him.
Who said anything about Dell? I didn't say
Yeah.
anything about Dell.
All right.
Well, there was
Brandon Cook.
someone
Just bum sniffers of the world unite.
in the chat that that said that Dell was basically, he was saying it was Celtic 67 and Beyond Belief, and I was actually kind of defending in a way like Beyond Belief, saying that I'd met him, but then he was like, no, that was a decoy, and it's like, well, where's your proof of that? Like, if it's a decoy, then I'd like to see the proof.
Decoy.
That's kind of to claim, isn't it, that they sent out a decoy. I mean, you can go on his channel and he's got videos and it's him talking, unless somehow it's someone else that's operating that, unless it's Dell that's operating the account when he's going in chats or so. I can't see that though. I mean, it just seems like there's some nonsense, really, but people can believe what they want.
Sounds a bit. Right.
Yeah. Just a quick shout to Brandon Cook. Nice one. Welcome to the channel, mate.
Piss off, Brandon.
Yeah, no sarcasm, I'm saying. Is that sarcasm in itself? I don't know. I can't tell. Is it just like messing around?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't take it all too seriously now,
Yeah.
Daniel. It's hard for me, mate.
What's that you're talking about there, Mel?
No offense. Oh, just some people in the chat, it's like, yeah, good on you. Come on. Ask for a link, have a go.
Bring it on.
Yeah, come on. You're always welcome to come on the panel, no doubt about it.
No,
Right.
yeah, everyone's welcome.
You've got to speak your mind. We can all learn something, of
Mm.
course. Like I said, with the vitamins and that, just stick with the Mother Nature. Can't go wrong now. Can't go wrong. As long as it's organic and that, and you can trust the farmer and the produce. Consume as much as you can. Consume to your heart's delight. That is your 100% assurity you're getting the nutrients. If it's boxed and a capsule and that, you're throwing your money to the wind. That's all you're doing.
Well, the thing is with like stuff that's like low in calories, it might not have as much calories, but it might have like a good amount of nutrients. So you can eat a lot of it and not.
What's that?
But you're getting all the nutrients though.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Like, as in, like with if you're going to eat like fruits and vegetables over, say, like stuff that's got more calories but less nutrients, like grain foods and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
even those probably would have been better if they're not trying to produce as many, like.
Yeah, mass production. Yeah, just stick to your local. If you're living in the countryside and you've got local farmers who are producing certain vegetables and fruits, go get it from them. Just go get it. Go get it.
Well, they have some. They have rapeseed growing not too far from me.
Oh yeah.
So they'll probably make rapeseed oil out of that, but that's kind of an abomination in itself. Like rapeseed oil, whenever you kind of turn, something natural into an oil, like most things, like it just, it does something to it. Like I think maybe olive oil and stuff like that, that's not too bad, but like these, like stuff that they're really heavily processed and it oxidizes and it's.
Yeah. If your olive oil is coming from Italy or Cyprus, consume. If it's coming from the US, avoid it like the plague. Don't buy anything. Don't buy anything that's marked USA.
Well, I got some. The other day I got some sweet potatoes. They come from the USA, so I don't know.
Well,
but you can't really get them from anywhere else, though, can you?
What do you mean? Sweet potatoes can come from Africa.
I don't know. Maybe they do, but like I don't know. That's the ones I saw at the shop, so I just got them.
What shop?
Forget. You see anything
Tesco.
USA produce,
okay.
just forget it completely. I don't buy it. Don't forget, Japan is America's best friend at this point when it comes to money and the trade agreements. So we get a tsunami of American goods there, but I don't buy anything. I don't touch it with your barge pole. You know what I mean? I don't consume anything USA at all, not at all. And the same thing I'd say to you guys in Britain: stick to your British and your European produce. That's all you need to do. Yeah, just completely boycott for your own health, because you can't trust the produce. Bearing in mind, whatever they grow is grown in fluoride water. That's a fact. They're not using clean water to grow the produce anyway. And if you check it and you put a spectrum analyzer on there and you see what chemicals are in there, you're surprised it explode in your hand.
Have you got any markets or farmers and all that stuff near you, Jamie?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Farmers markets, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the nearest one is like a few miles.
Ages away. Is it?
Yeah. How many miles? What, 5?
Maybe as though like the crow flies, probably a bit further than that to drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's not too hard to get to though. It's kind of like it's in the countryside. I think it's.
Yeah. What you want to do is find out. What you want to also do is find out where the farmer sells his goods wholesale to. So he might sell it to a certain shop that might be local to you, so you don't have to go to the farmer. But at least,
you can just like.
Yeah, go to the shop. If he's selling to the shop, if the shops buy from him, then you can go there. Check. So contact the farmer.
It's good to have like contact with like them people, so then you know where your stuff's sourced from.
Yes, that's what you want to do. I mean, at this point, you need to do that because America's trying to destroy biodiversity and control the world's foods and veg by its brand. But I say to you, don't make that mistake. Don't even consider eating anything US. You should be smiling and saying, I don't eat US crap. That's me. I don't eat US crap whatsoever. Not necessary. Poison. They can't even grow good vegetables in the US. Look at them. The country's wrecked.
Can you get me a Hershey bar?
Yes.
They always win the Olympics, though.
Yeah, through the drugs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
USA.
British people just don't care. Like if you see them play like tennis and stuff like that, and they're just there's no passion in them, is there? Like
Machine.
they seem to have like people from other countries tend to have more passion. Like you've got people like Andy Murray, there's like Wimbledon. Was another game at Wimbledon. Yeah.
Okay, Brandon Cook's gone in. Can you turn it down a tad? Sorry, that's how I am, man. Full on, one volume. Bang, here you go. That's what I'm famous for. Coming on like a tsunami. Wow.
Oh, Brandon Cooks could have watched himself because he might get himself timed out yet. You never know.
I can't turn it down, Brandon. Sorry.
He didn't want a wrench over at Jose's either.
I'm sure you had a red to be batting me.
He's
with
like,
that.
no, don't give me one.
Well, I've kind of just like would, step over there for like a bit, just see what's going on. And I noticed that as soon as someone goes in there, they get knighted with a frigging wrench.
Yeah, I got one. All I did was say hello.
Yeah.
And I got one. It's like, whoa.
Can I have a wrench?
Yeah. There's no wrenches over here, Jez.
Fucking hell, Jez. Jez, you've got a garage full of fucking spanners. Go and get one of your own.
Even you guys don't have them.
I know a few spanners.
I'll get you some blue spray paint. You can spray
Hang
one
on
of
a
your own. Look,
Big shout
hey,
to-
well, blue wrench.
Big shout out to Chris Hayes. Welcome to the channel, Chris. Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, I've seen you all over
Hi,
the
Chris.
place.
Piss
Yeah.
off, Chris.
Hi, Chris. You're not getting a blue wrench, Chris.
Yeah, man.
No wrenches going
Is
out.
the blue advertise enough without having a blue wrench? I'm just kidding. Well, no one gets one over here anyway because everyone's on the same
I was on
level.
the level. There's
Every man's
no
got
need
his
for
own.
it. No need for it.
No
Everyone's got
kind
his
of
own.
like elitism. Yeah, it's like you either give it to no one, or then everyone ends up getting one. You know what I mean? Well, I did a thing on mine where I kind of just gave it to a few and then sort of stopped. I just thought, I'm not bothering anymore. And it got to a point where no one asked anymore, so I just didn't bother giving any more out. So I'm like, well, I've got enough here.
I'll give you a Pokeball wank if you give me a blue wrench.
Why would anyone go to holidays? Well, I don't really go over there, but
Jamie's like, what? You know, I don't know about that. I don't know.
Gorgeous.
You ever had a
help
Pokemon
yourself.
wank, Jamie?
pardon?
Have you ever had a Pokemon wank?
Pokeball wank.
I don't even know what it is, Jamie. Don't worry. Honestly, don't.
Uh,
Are you still doing your cooking with your mum and stuff? I haven't seen you and your mum.
well, I
do
did
something.
it like when was it?
About 3 to 4 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, earlier
Oh, really?
this week.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm still yet to see something edible come out of that. Still, to be honest. The vegan. At the moment, in my books, you're in the minus 10 area. At
They're
this point.
vegan, aren't they? Veggies,
Jamie's a vegan, isn't he? I think.
vegetables.
Yeah. Well,
They're good
nothing's
for you.
Well,
going.
it could
I've
include
never-
like grains and stuff
Never
like
known
that.
anyone
Yeah.
to murder a vegetable.
The one I saw you making a risotto, and you made like a pasta,
Yeah. That's
and then you like sat down and talked. Oh, that was good.
Which one was that? Are you on about when we did the pesto thing?
Yeah.
months back. Well, that was a couple of
Yeah,
months
that
ago.
was a good one actually. Somehow it turned out right.
Hmm.
Like we just looked at the ingredients and kind of just went for it.
Do you like cooking, Jamie?
Well, I mean, at one time I would have been like, "Oh God, why would I ever want to do that?" You know, like. But
Yeah.
the more I kind of got into it, I started to enjoy it. So.
How long ago was that? Only about 6 months ago, wasn't it? Because
Yeah, but
the way
he's into it.
you look like you just started cooking. You're a
It's good.
beginner.
It's good.
He's a beginner.
Well, I was
like cooking.
probably about
Yeah.
a bit more than 6. Probably about. Just thinking, like, it was probably around. I'm trying to think, like, what, June
Yes,
now,
mate.
probably about 9 months.
Yeah,
Or so.
not even a year.
Can I ask you one more
Exactly,
question? Just because I haven't
Dangerous.
spoken to him for
This
ages.
is the dangerous part of the beginner's cooking. The first 9 months, you've got to be careful. Whatever you eat might kill your stomach.
Yeah, it's kick ass. And are you still growing your hair and growing your beard?
Yeah,
Well,
man.
I grew a hair, but like I did trim that around Christmas.
Yeah.
You what? I didn't even believe in evolution until I saw you last night. I went, yeah, I believe in monkeys.
What are you talking about? Like like the evolution thing?
You're a
Like,
wild man, Jamie.
Yeah.
they're saying I look like
A Yeti.
what is it?
You look like
Abominable
California,
snowman.
man.
I was thinking of that, Chess. I was thinking, what's that film called with Brendan Fraser?
California, man.
Casino
I
man.
take my
You know.
son out into the woods to see Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot. Yeah, there's another one.
My name is Robert Lee.
Jamie and
I
Henderson.
go out doing paranormal investigations.
I love paranormal investigations.
Hmm.
Ooh.
I don't know that. Because there's all that talk about ancient aliens and stuff. And I saw that on TV like a couple of weeks ago.
Depends on what you're looking at.
If a UFO rocked up, would you be scared or would you be like, oh, cool?
I'll be
I
like,
don't
oh,
really
cool.
know.
I'd be more scared of the anal probe.
The anal probe.
About
no.
3 years ago, right? I saw this light because I was looking into all this stuff. I was like, and I saw this light in the distance. I was like, what the hell's this light thing that's shining over my way? Like it was like
I look like
a
Caroline.
bit like uneasy kind of thing. Like, what's this thing going on? And all it was just some kind of floodlight that was in the distance. And I thought it was some kind of like mysterious object or something that was.
The fucking X-Files tune starts going off in the background. Do 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 do.
Looks like Mr. Burns running across the field. Hello, humans.
Yeah.
It's I've just been cooking anyway, Jamie.
I thought you were watching a movie.
Oh, don't start, mate. Fucking hell. I was supposed to.
Yeah.
I ended up coming down and making some pineapple fritters and pancakes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
With golden syrup. Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I could do
just
pancakes. I'd just swap out some of the ingredients.
What would you put on it?
Well, obviously some people they'll use milk or whatever, but like I could swap it out for something else, like a different kind of milk.
Oat milk.
An egg.
Yeah, I've got one at home.
You can have...
Actually, I got one earlier. It was a tiger nut milk, but it has got some kind of rice syrup thing in it. And it has sweet taste. I don't know. Maybe I can get used to it, but it's a bit like I don't know.
Tiger nut.
Tastes right.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, tiger nut. Have you not heard of a tiger nut?
No.
All right. Yeah, I don't hear it recently, so you're not on your own.
Tiger nut.
To Google it, Mel. I've never heard of it.
Right.
Yeah, tiger nut.
I've got my first Michelin star now anyway because I can make things on toast.
Yeah.
When you type in, it says a yellow nuts edge. So it's
tiger nut. Are you nuts?
Yeah, it's a thing. He's right. You can get milk, Even saying it's a Nigerian aphrodisiac, Jamie.
What the hell?
Wow. Yeah.
Sounds all right.
I'm horny, 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 horny.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard that song in a while.
Dirty. Literally.
Bow, bow, bow.
Weird little nut things, eh?
Yeah, I like little nuts. Can you get tranny milk?
Journey.
I've heard this thing about like.
Imagine that. You have a glass and your thing. Anyway, don't worry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie. You go, mate.
Yeah, I've heard this thing about fermented breast milk.
Tasty.
Disgusting, right?
Oh, man. As long as you say bitty bitty.
So it will be like that kefir thing where it's like fermented milk or something, but at least it would be coming from like it's like it would probably be more designed for humans because it's from humans. Like I mean, so maybe it would be better in some ways, but
I'll have one a little drop in my tea next time. See what it's like.
But it's like, well, when you're not a baby anymore, I just don't think you need to be like consuming breast milk.
I don't mind sucking on a tit.
I know.
So funny.
In some cases, you get like teenagers that are still suckling on the mum's tit. You know, like,
Oh no, that's fucking wrong.
that is wrong,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yes, I mean,
Who's
come on.
that? Who's that guy from Little Britain? David.
William. Yeah. David. Yeah.
He's wrong, that guy,
Bitty.
isn't he? He's
Oh,
wrong.
yeah.
Bitty bitty.
Mm.
That's what was that about, Bill? Bitty bitty.
Some of the characters that guy comes out with, I'm just like, too far, mate. That's
same.
too far, dude.
Bit too much.
Yeah, I know what that one. What that one? Yeah, I know. Computer
They're
says
good,
no.
those two, though. They do. The guy in the wheelchair is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know what that one.
I want that one.
What that
I
one?
want that one.
He just
Libra
gets out his wheelchair.
61 star, Libra 61 star is saying, "What's the topic?" Well, there isn't one really.
But
Yeah.
there is.
Isn't
No, we spoke about the moon earlier.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just waiting for this to load.
We're
out a
here to
bit.
save the world.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about art in a minute.
It's a revolution.
Art, of the Renaissance.
Ah.
We're going to talk about the Renaissance shortly.
And the octagon earth cult.
Yeah, we'll be going on about the Renaissance shortly.
It's all about the octagon.
Hey, Lee, what was that horse that you sent me?
Is that what?
That big horse.
Orb.
Horse?
Oh, yeah. Was that the one you was on about?
No, I only sent you that picture because you couldn't believe the size, like what I was saying to you about the size of me. Only like 8.5. Yeah, that's just a picture of me, like with the strimmer. That's the only one I've sent you, I think.
Strimmer. I know that word.
I did him a reading last night, Mel.
Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very interesting. It was very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
All into that.
Yeah, through the internet. Yeah.
Right.
What,
were you touching your computer, Lee? Like, put your hands up against the screen and.
I was just going off the energy.
I only use my phone anyway, bro. I don't use a computer. I'm on my phone, man. I've always got my phone in my hand. Always.
Yeah. I can't say too much because it was because some of it's personal, but I hit the nail on the head on everything.
Good job. Did he, Lee?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. What we were saying.
Really?
Yeah. yeah, some of the stuff, it's like, yeah, like Jez wouldn't have known. You know what I mean?
If
So,
he
yeah.
didn't, would you say nah?
Yeah, if I thought it was wrong, I would have said no, that's no, you know. And there was a few things that
Nice one,
I didn't
Jez.
agree on.
Get in.
Yeah, doing
I
good at
was
that.
happy about it, to be honest with you, because it's the first time I've done an internet one, and
Yeah.
I was very happy when I went to bed. I was like, nice one, I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
does work.
Yeah.
Well, that sort
Yeah,
of
it's
thing's not
weird.
my. Yeah, I mean the readings are not my thing. I'm more of an Astral boy. So now that he's had that, do you know what I mean? When I go into the astral world now, it that person now will be going, do you know what? I don't think he's strange anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Just opens the doors.
You're not strange.
Well,
I don't reckon you
it's
are.
strange.
I don't
Oh,
reckon
I'm an
it's
absolute.
strange.
I think everyone's got
Oh, I'm
the
an absolute.
ability.
Yeah,
Everyone's got the ability. It's just you need to harness that ability.
that's it.
I think everyone's got it.
But yeah, if you want one, if you want one mail, I'll do it for you, mate.
I mean,
Touch a little.
I don't know. Some of the stuff. I'm halfway through this film called Tomorrowland. You ever seen that, guys? It's pretty good.
What's
So
it about?
before you finish watching it tomorrow, then it's called Daylight.
It's good. It's sort of about the future.
Oh,
And like, you know, yeah. No, it's interesting. It is.
I'll take a look, Mel.
I pressed pause and came in here. Saw you guys on, and Lee's been sending me the link, and just been a bit caught up with other bullshit. But I got out that Discord server. I'm out of there now. Left the server.
Oh yeah.
Have you?
They can shove it. So, yeah.
Why did it all go
I
You
wrong?
just
don't
feel
need
better.
people like that.
I know. Well,
Well-
that's right. And I reached out to a couple of people I used to be like, you know, close to, and it's sort of like unanimous. Like, yeah, just you don't need to waste your energy on that kind of stuff. And
No.
just between us all, like, I had a lot of anger and almost like rage, and almost I'm a bit embarrassed, like even hatred towards the ballers. And I just wanted to yell at them and tell them what for and all that. But I've got it out my system now. I've done it. You know,
Yeah.
I just needed to get all that stuff out.
To be honest with you, Mel,
Mm.
I'm quite impressed, to be quite honest, how long you've actually lasted in there. Because I went in there a few times and I just saw the bullshit and I just got out. I thought, I can't be asked with this shit because
Yeah, but
you're going to be talking about the same subjects day in, day out. You know
see,
what
I
they're going to
reckon
say. I know.
you're wise. You're wise though. I stayed in. I got sucked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
See?
But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you always say, it's healthy to go and explore, go and see new parts of the internet, go and meet new people. Why not? You know,
Yep. Yep.
not all.
Then at least you're gonna know what it's all about then.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And it's like, what are they? The curiosity. It's the danger is when you get stuck in there, and you know, like it's all how. What I'm learning is it's how you spend your time. It's what you do with a day that counts. Like, you could waste the whole day just doing f all, really,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
you could, I
that's
don't
it.
know, lots of things you could do in a day, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know.
I just can't believe you're not coming back in now. Then,
Yeah,
Mel,
like,
I'll be really good.
people like masturbate or something, you know. And well, I was actually talking to someone about this. Well, he was talking with me about it earlier. We got into a conversation because we were walking. I was going to the shop, and we thought, because I just happened to bump into him in town, and we just walked for a bit, and we started getting into like what was it, about one of the things were like about masturbation and whether
I love a
As you do.
masturbation.
whether it's
As you do.
like because it's supposed to be like a sin or whatever, and whether it's bad to do it or whatever. And
Yeah.
I was saying how it kind of drains
I'm
you
definitely going to Ireland.
energy and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And
I'm out to spunk on Jesus' face. Fuck
it's
it.
just kind of one
Yeah.
of those things that we're constantly doing. It's so then he started going on about the Bible and stuff, and how it could be, like how the modern version is different from the old version, like how in one of the newer version where it says about about lust or something like that, and but in the old version it could have been more to do with like he who lusts another woman who when he's already married kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think things kind of get mistranslated and the actual meanings kind of get a bit washed out. But I think there is some kind of probably allegorical meaning to a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
I want
think
to take back
there's
Jesus.
a literal hell. I think it's
Yeah, I mean, whoever the people were who wrote the Bible, I think there's some really good stuff in there that will like be kind and all, really that's what it all boils down to, isn't it? Like treat people with respect and eye for an eye and tooth for a tooth. I don't agree with that stuff, but I think some of it seems a little bit the sin and the lust and debauchery. I mean, I think you can kind of like say if there was like a big feast, like a yum cha, if you eat too much, your gut's going to get sore, isn't it? And it's sorry to bring it to this, but like if you go at it too hard on the old fella, it's just you just drain yourself. Because
because it's producing all this
your
white
essence,
liquid, so it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
got to
can't
recharge.
produce more and more, so you're
That's
draining
it.
your energy basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had a
some people
girlfriend,
say it's
Jamie,
a spiritual thing, but it could be that, or it could just be that it's a physical kind of drainage of the.
Well, I had a girlfriend, Jamie, in England, and she has a bit of a nympho, and she wanted to like go at it all the time. And sometimes I'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Like it seems girls can just go and go and go, but the guys got to exactly what you're saying. We got to replenish and let everything recharge. And yep. You don't get taught about this bloody stuff though in sex education. You just get
people
taught
talk about like what is it? There's
Terry,
a thing called
not
tantric sex.
Once
Hey?
you're with your partner, you get on with it. That's what it's
Yeah.
down to. This is childish talk. All this
Sex.
But what?
masturbation.
How many?
Sex
So how many
Right.
times do you think it's healthy to have sex in a day?
Come on now, folks.
How
Let's get
many?
real.
How many times? I don't
People
know.
are talking. Let me just say something. You're speaking like you've never really been in a loving, meaningful, happy relationship. That's what it sounds like. Because if you have, you won't have these viewpoints. I don't have these
Bullshit.
viewpoints. You have.
Bullshit.
Come on, man.
Some girls are just horny all the time and they want sex all the
Exactly.
time.
And if that's the case, that's the case. Not a bad thing.
Yeah. But if a man can only go, so how many, like what?
That
Have
depends
sex 4
on the
times a
man.
day.
That depends
No,
on the
4
Okay.
times a
they
day.
call me.
Yeah, it
They
depends
used
on
to
the
call
man.
me Turbo Man.
See, Jamie.
Depends on the man. Depends on your mood. Depends on a number of things, man.
Your wankers.
My
Yeah,
language.
No, it's true. I'm with you, Pop Pop.
Right. Right.
No,
Let's keep this kind
no.
of chit
It was Jamie was talking about it.
Yeah, well, I think there is a
He's younger than us. He doesn't know all the ins and outs of all this shit.
with the whole kind of when
Oh, let me just put it to you. Sex education now is basically there's no more birds and the bees. It's the bees and the bees and the birds and the birds.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, it's gone that way for sure. But when you were at school, let's see what was your sex education like at school? And it's not sex education anyway, it's the reproductive system, because that's what you learn. What did they show you at school?
You just made me laugh.
We got a demonstration and all.
Yeah, I got a Johnny and blew it up and stuck it on my head.
You got a demonstration,
Well, what they do through like
demonstration
the
at
program,
primary school.
Yeah, like
Monty
Monty
it's
Python.
like
Fuck
crude
right,
thing,
dickhead.
isn't it? Like it's not this sort of sacred kind of meaningful thing anymore. It's sort of
No. Especially with porn, Jamie. It's just all gone out the window, bro.
all this sort of like overindulgence and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you get
Especially
now.
with the
Just
porn
don't do it too much.
porn
Hang on,
industry and all
guys.
that.
Because it's all gone out the window doesn't mean you go out the window with it, though, does it, guys?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying to Jamie. Like, don't waste your bloody seed. That's the
Yeah,
real
that's
message.
what my point was. Yeah, like, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
it's
people
not about
that still
sin
do
and
that,
stuff.
so-
Just don't do it to
When-
death.
When you're
Save your
young,
seeds, find yourself a nice woman, and
Just
enjoy.
enjoy yourself, Jamie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yourself a
yeah,
nice
but
woman.
when
But
Have fun.
when you're
nice
young,
woman, Jamie.
but when you're young, when you are young, you're gonna be like a little rampant rabbit. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna be into. I was into everything. If it was fat,
Even when you're old, mate.
yeah. When I was a lad, mate, when I was about 14, 15, I didn't care if it was fat, thin, whatever. I was in. Any hole's a goal.
Yeah.
That would stand now. If you were single, it'd still apply.
But that's a
So if
healthy,
you-
that's a healthy young-blooded
yeah,
young
probably
man,
wouldn't
isn't it?
say it, but like
It's healthy.
it would be
Nah,
like
to-
a bit
the age
kind
I'm
of
at now,
like
I'm
too, rude.
See,
but,
Jamie's not like that though, Jez.
nah. I mean, the age I'm at now, I'd rather have a wank. Too much hassle. Do you know what I mean? Coming to bed. Fuck off. Means I'm going to waste 5 minutes watching this episode. I'd rather just have a 5-knuckle shuffle.
yeah, I think maybe we should like move on to someone else. I didn't
Yeah.
want it to
No,
kind of
you're
drag
right.
out this much. Like,
Yeah, don't
You'll be all right.
feel uncomfortable.
I don't feel uncomfortable about it. I
yeah,
feel
it's
all right.
it's not that I feel uncomfortable about it. I don't know. It's just
Dragging on.
Real
Yeah.
conversations. It's just real conversations.
Yeah, it's
that are
real.
going
It's
on.
real.
Real.
Keeping it real.
It's whatever
Alright.
fancies your boat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you fall in love and you find that woman, you know, you're going to stay with that beef curtains for the rest of your life.
That's right.
yeah. So it's whatever floats your closer.
Wouldn't call it a beefcake though, but there you go.
You're the old little man in the boat. That's what we call it, the man in the boat. Flick the bean.
BC.
Yeah. Did you not hear that? It's whatever floats your floater.
I'm starting to feel weird
Yeah,
myself.
You know, like you did.
I'm not bothered, mate. I used to mess about all the time. I mean, I used to touch those hands and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get off me, Bender! Is that what's up with you?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we'll change the subject, but yeah, the spiritual world works all over the internet. It's brilliant, mate. Spot on.
Yeah, there's she's Swedish. There's one girl, she's Swedish. I think her name's Malin V, and another lady in Scotland called Rock Vibrations. Rock Vibrations.
Well, yeah, I know what rock vibrations is. Yeah.
And
Yeah, I know Marley.
Well, they know about like lots of people do Rebecca's way as well, but like astrology and stuff. and I've started to get a little bit more interested in that and my birth chart, and I find that quite interesting. All that.
What birth chart are you?
I'm still learning about it. I was like born in July the 1st, so I'm like bang in the center.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm a Taurus. Taurus.
Right. Well, no wonder me and you we get along.
Yeah.
I'm Cancerian.
Are ya?
I'm the
Yeah.
bull.
Yeah,
When were you born, Lee?
19th of July, same as Jamie.
Yeah.
Really? No
Yeah.
wonder we all get along, man.
Me and Jamie
Huh.
share the same birthday. Yeah, that's mad.
That's
Yeah,
wow. So we're all Cancerians. That's interesting.
yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, Cancerians.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. What about Jin-san?
I'm a Scorpio.
Right, well,
November.
we get along too. So we all get along. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
November.
that is.
Scorpio.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. And
Right.
I think that does count. It does count.
Yeah.
I think.
I
Yeah.
feel comfortable with all of you. It's good vibes.
I feel the love.
Yeah.
I feel the love in the
Yeah,
room.
I feel the love too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Full homo though, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel the love as I snipe you. You gone. Back.
So what is it? What do they call it, Mel? A bromance. I feel
Yeah.
a bromance coming on.
Yeah.
So it says in the Bible. It says in the Bible then if you masturbate,
Jesse goes back
that's a sin.
Yeah. So they say. So some of the
Okay, I'm
old
off to go.
staunch says.
Yeah, I'm off to go teabag Jesus on the cross and just annoy him. Hiya.
I reckon. I mean, people have. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but
I'll tell you, Jez's enemies have just grown tenfold with that kind of talk. Telling you.
I'm not bothered though. That's the thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm open-minded and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but be
I get
mindful.
cold. I get cold all sorts.
Well, some.
Yeah, just be mindful of these people who follow Jesus and that.
Yeah,
Don't give it-
respectful and all that.
Yeah, just just be mindful. That's all.
So sometimes all that stuff's a state of mind. I reckon.
I mean,
Like,
I agree.
a nice
not a
place or a yucky place, you know.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
When you thought,
I liked it when
There you
Jesus
go.
was in Bruce Almighty.
what are you saying, JB?
Strike me all.
There you go, morning
Spider.
boys in the chat.
Oh, Dagon. Hey, Dagon.
Hey,
Deli's too angry for me. Yeah, he is a bit grumpy, isn't he? Can be.
Dagon's all right. He speaks his mind.
Yeah. Hi, Jen. Had a sleep after tea and woke up later. A long day, sort of wake up. Missed you all. Hey up, Jennifer Winterburn.
Hey,
JB's mum.
JB's.
Jamie's mother is there. Hey.
Yeah.
Yo, Jennifer's been in the chat with us a few times, Mel. So yeah, it's good to talk to Jen. Funny.
Is that your mum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my mum. Jamie's mum.
Wow.
I know.
What do you
I
mean?
know
Wow.
what you're saying wow about too.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's quite good.
Yeah.
I know.
I reckon she's just here to keep her eye on him.
Yeah. Sort you out. Sort you out.
Is Jenny is she a baller or is she a flat earther?
Well, she's not really either. She says, like, to me anyway, she's kind of like, don't know what it is, I think she said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fair
Well, I don't
answer.
think it really concerns her, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. She's been really supportive of me. Like some of my streams, like she's always there. So
That's good.
I appreciate that.
He's 100% flat earth, though. 100%. Not like Jay.
I'm off I'm saying alien ship anyway. I don't care.
The whole Earth is a big ship.
Yeah, man.
Did it crash
I'm
land?
sticking with that.
Right,
Do you reckon
guys,
it crash landed, Jess?
I'm going to put myself on mute. I'm going to take my wife up to work.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I thought it was
Oh,
9
right.
o'clock when you went. Oh,
No, she's going in a bit later tonight.
all right.
Yeah.
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 We're
I'll take her
mining.
down.
We're
Well, I'll
mining.
be
That's
in
what we're doing.
about 45 minutes then.
No, it doesn't take that long.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just texting a bit because you seem to like. So I'll be 10 minutes and then you're like 20 minutes or something.
Yeah. It just depends on
Taking it-
traffic
Yeah,
light.
I'm just messing.
Yeah, you better be as well.
Just taking it to work. He's off down Bonkers Bank for a quick 20 minutes. Yee!
I won't be long, guys. I'll see you in a bit.
All right.
We know you're not long. Where's Bill?
Yeah, I met him. He's like short as an Oompa Loompa.
Who's that?
Lee. He said he won't be long. I said, yeah, he's short. He's short as an Oompa Loompa.
Aye.
Yeah, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Them little workers in the factory. Yeah. Anyway, so what you want to talk about then?
What do you mean? What is there to talk about? As long as it's not. Well, we don't need to talk about flat Earth because we know it anyway. So
Right, I was going to ask a question now. Anybody heard of an instrument called
we put the cat on.
the camera lucida? The camera lucida or the camera obscura?
What's that?
No.
Has anybody heard of this instrument?
No, I've not heard that. No.
Camera lucida or the camera obscura? Anyone in the chat room? Anyone in the chat room heard of the camera lucida or the camera obscura?
Yeah, put one in chat if you've heard it.
Yeah, anyone in chat room heard of it? Because there's some intellectual people in the chat room.
Yeah, give it 30 seconds because there'll be like a delay.
Of course, yeah, I'm going to give him time.
Yeah.
It's called the camera lucinda, or the other one is the camera obscura. Children in the background, very noisy. Who's that? Jess, can you mute? Because they're screaming over what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, they're gone now.
I love them, but I can't eat them.
Dragon's saying no, and Flat Earth Stillwater's in chat and he's saying 0, so I take it he's not heard of that. So
Okay.
yeah, you can probably kind of like announce it to everyone what it is.
Okay, yeah. So the camera lucinda and the camera obscura. These were the instruments that were used. Jez, you know, we're getting a lot of background noise, Jez. Background noise, Jez. Mute.
I've shut it.
Yeah, mute it.
Right,
mute
the
it.
suspense is killing me.
Right, once he's muted, we can get going. Have some manners when you're on, boy. Here we go now. The camera lucinda and the camera obscura were instruments that were used by the masters, the arts masters, during the Renaissance period starting from 1420 to 1870. During that time, paintings were looking very photographic, like taken by a camera. Now, I've come by this information by the British, we'll have to call him a modern artist, David Hockney. David Hockney. He is a British artist, and he is responsible for discovering this technique. Okay, and what he done was he appeared on the BBC documentary back in 2001. So I'm going back some time here. Okay, it was aired on the BBC, and what he basically done was in his art studio he put up paintings from like 1200 and 1300, 1400s, 1500, 1600, 1700, 1800s. Okay, and he noticed a pattern, especially where the Renaissance was. Okay, that the pictures were very perfect. The terminology he used was the pictures were correct. That's what he said. And it was because they were using these instruments. Secret knowledge, not everybody knew about it. The camera lucinda was an instrument that you could hide it in a book. And when you opened it up, and if you're an artist and you had this tool commissioned to do a portrait or a painting, it would project the image onto your paper in color. Okay. And the other one, they used mirrors. They used a concave mirror to project the image onto the wall. The camera obscurities is called. It's like having a dark room with a pinhole camera, and the image would be projected onto the wall upside down in color. These were the techniques that were used by the great masters. That's why I wanted to mention it to you. That's what they are. Okay.
They used those projector things in schools and that, didn't they? When they used to put those. Do you know what I mean? When they used to put drawings on, or when we used to sing, they used to project it onto the wall, and we used to sing.
Yes,
It's got the whole world.
That's right. It was called the pinhole camera. We might have all done it in physics. Physics is where I first came across this knowledge back at school. Now, when I was elementary school, by the way, when I was at elementary school, and I went to a school called primary school, I went to St. Mary Magdalene's Primary School, Regent's Park, London. Okay, I went to that school, and we went to the Arts Museum, where all the paintings were. Right. Now, when I went in there as a kid, bearing in mind I was born in 1960, so by this time we've got modern art. Modern art was the age, okay, modern art. So when I went to the actual museum with my teachers and that, and the kids, with my mates and that, when I looked at the pictures, I couldn't believe my eyes. And I said this to my teacher. I said, sir, miss, those painters had better eyesight than the painters of today. That's what I said. I said that the painters back then had better eyesight, is what I said. Okay, as a kid, not realizing what I was saying, I didn't know they had a tool, never knew. As far as I was concerned, that was eye and hand coordination. Didn't know about any camera lucinda or the camera obscura. That was secret knowledge. We didn't know about it at school. Only in 2001 did I come into this knowledge from the BBC and David Hockney, and he exposed how the masters used this technique back in the Renaissance days to produce their photographic-looking pictures. Okay, they made money hand over fist at that time.
Yeah, because that's what I say. You could do small.
Go on.
No, that's what I'm saying. You could do it really small and then stick it on a thingy and then project it big so you can see.
Right.
They used to hide a lot of things doing it like that.
David Hockney, Britain's living legend at this point, apparently, he said he was amazed at the quality of the picture, and they used to be of a uniform size, 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters. So he used to say, that was the regular size, and he said that was unusual. Why that size? And when he looked into it and found out the techniques that were being used at the time, it all made sense. And what the conclusion was, I'm going to put this. I'm going to put the link into the comments and into the back chat in a minute, and into the chat room in a minute.
I used to use them, Jin, years ago, because I used to do wall art.
Right. So when you say years ago, how long ago was this?
Oh, bloody hell, about 20 years ago.
20 years ago. Okay. So you would have been what, in your teens then?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I thought I still want to put in the chat. Did they paint upside down?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did paint upside down. Very good question. I'm going to put the documentary in the link. It's a really good one. You've got to watch it all, and the interview that he has afterwards. And the interviewee, who's a right American, he actually interviews Hockney in a condescending way. How dare you release the secret? Because remember, the arts industry has been making money hand over fist. But now that David Hockney released this technique, well, of course, it drops the value for those paintings, really. Because, they were cheating. They were tracing the image. The image was projected on the screen for them, all the color.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong.
it was just doing
Don't
prints.
get me wrong. There is a technique involved in mixing the paint, but when it's all there looking for you, all there for you, all you got to do is trace it. I mean, you're getting a lot of help there. So for me, the values of those paintings, well, they've dropped dramatically in my case. I'd never buy one, not at the price they're asking. A Van Gogh, yeah, he did it by hand. Picasso, okay, by hand. But you've got these other Vladimir and all these other masters, they call them. They cheated. They were cheating all the time. That's the thing.
Who was that? Who was that
And you know where they got the
bloke?
lenses? Sorry, they got the lenses before the telescope. So before Galileo's telescope was made, they were using this technique. Sorry.
There used to be a song years ago, Jin. Oh, I can't remember. He painted matchstick men and matchstick dogs of them all.
Said dogs.
He's painting quite a lot.
Yeah, but his was by hand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was by hand. That was a good painting he did. I remember that song very well. That was very popular in the 70s. I have to look that up again, I'm afraid. Yeah.
I mean, today's art, there ain't no art. It's just a load of crap. You know what I mean? It's just a settee with a light bulb or McDonald's with some fries and some tomato ketchup and opened and a little bit of splat, and that's art.
Half a burger eaten on the floor, sort of thing. That is what's considered art now.
Yeah, with some flies landing on it or something.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Flies probably wouldn't eat that crap.
No. I mean, I'm with you, Jin, because I do art and sculpts and today's market with art is it's gone. It's all digital nowadays. Do you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's what David Hockney says. If you look at the way he presents himself and presents the information, he tells you the transformation and the transition into the digital age. And you know what he says? He says we're moving into the digital age. Man's hand is in the camera once again. Meaning that it's easy to manipulate, i.e. NASA and that. And at the beginning of this documentary, he speaks about the moon. Okay, and I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to spoil it for you. But when you watch it, it's compelling. And this is to do with art.
Yeah, the moon's a painting, just like Jupiter. Because if you're so good at art, I mean, some art you can actually look at and you will think it is a photograph, but it's not. It's a painting.
Painting, yeah, you got it.
That's how they used to do it back in the 70s and the 80s when we used to get the books out and we used to look at the space. They all used to be paintings.
It's all paintings. Yeah, I know. How shocking.
Yeah.
How bloody, excuse my French, how shocking that was.
Well,
it really got me.
I mean, paintings and drawings back then, that was the only software that they had to record data. Where in today's age, you just go get a phone out, click, there you go, done. If you wanted things back in the old days, you did paintings to record things. But
Yeah.
But what I can't understand is with the old paintings, it goes a little bit deep. You don't see people painting churches being built or anything. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Or
you
these big
don't.
cathedrals. You don't see anything. Nothing.
No,
It's
not as
always a
much.
finished
I mean,
product.
I think yes, that's right. It's all digital now. That's why digital's
Yeah,
killed it.
yeah. I used to enjoy it, man. I mean, I've done some scenery painting before. You know, gone out with my pencil into the countryside and had a little bit of a doodle.
Right.
But all painting now is just records. That's all they are, just to tell you about the past. Because if you didn't have the paintings, you wouldn't know what was happening, would you?
Yeah.
But
We have
I don't
written
want to bring the
records of stuff, don't you?
yeah, but written records is not really it's not really testable, is it? Tangible evidence.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, as
just
in like it's because like the meanings of words and things get changed, and
yeah.
yeah,
Where with a painting, you know, when they used to paint, they used to use that as evidence. But everyone, like I said, it's just a conspiracy world all the time. I mean, we could go, well, did that really happen? Was that really real, or was that just imaginary? Someone's imagination what they painted? You know, we don't really know. I mean, it's like who's that famous one? Is it it's Van Gogh, isn't it, Jin?
Yeah. Van Gogh. Yeah. You got
Who
Van Gogh.
did who did the Mona Lisa and all that lot? And
Constable.
yeah, I mean,
Spot.
in these paintings, he's supposed to put secret messages in it and all that lot. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that'll be
Like a cyber.
come on, man. His name's just
Hang on.
escaped me. Big oh,
Da
come
Vinci.
on, man. Da
Leonardo.
Vinci.
Vinci, that's it. Sorry.
Yeah, Da Vinci.
Da Vinci.
Yeah, Da Vinci. Leonardo
Yeah.
da Vinci.
See,
Well,
what the
I mean,
would you do without me? See?
Thanks, Jamie. I'm sorry, Lee.
well, Da Vinci, he's the one that brought you all the Christ, all the Jesus pictures and all that lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can go on by what he's painted, and that's what I say. It's imagination, paintings.
Yeah. Made up, make believe.
But the story gets passed down centuries till it comes into our age, and then we see these paintings and go, oh yeah, that's real. That yeah, he did it. He was famous. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, you're all right then. I love it.
But paintings are a very powerful thing.
Oh yeah,
You ever been
painting.
to the art gallery?
Yeah, paintings are a powerful thing because, for example, right, there's a painting that I wanted to see. Okay, it's called "The Slave Ship" by Turner. Now, Turner is Britain's celebrated best artist ever. Turner is, but he never got his fame until he died. He became famous after his death. Okay,
The
now
old
the slave ship,
who?
the painting called "The Slave Ship" depicts slaves who are ill. If you're sick, if you're a slave and you're sick, you've got a disease, you're thrown overboard. So that's what he's got. He's painted this scene where there are black slaves all in the sea, left to die, eaten by the sharks and whatever, and the ship sails on. Okay. Now the reason why he painted it was because when he heard of the story, it wasn't in any newspaper at the time. So he decided to paint it. And after he painted this picture, the Royal Society of Art he was a member of, everybody there was like disgusted with the painting that he painted. It affected his career. He fell out of love with them. They hated him. His career suffered for a while. Okay, Turner. So what you said is true. A painting speaks 1,000 words, man. Very powerful.
And it's true what we reality says as well, most paintings warn us about things, you know, like they're for their
Yes.
entertainment. Right. It's just all mind games, just things put in place to get us all believing in the hocus pocus cauldron. Because that's the only way data. It doesn't make you laugh though, doesn't it, with all these magical people?
Yeah.
They don't earn a butter bean when they're alive, but then as soon as they're dead, they become multi-billionaires.
Yes. Yes. That was Turner's story.
Mm.
He was a commoner. Turner was a commoner. His dad was a barber. Okay, but his dad sent him to art school, and he was talented. If you saw a picture that he drew at 11 years old, you knew he was going to be brilliant as he got older.
Yeah.
Because this painting, we could never draw that at 11. Bloody hell! He was good, right? If you look on the internet, you look up Turner, and it shows a list of his paintings, right? And one of his
Yeah.
paintings was so good at 11 years old. Truly amazing. I've put the link in the back of this documentary anyway. Sorry,
I
in the
just think
chat.
I just think it's a gift, you know, when you
Yeah,
can paint like that and draw like that, you know. You start off early. I mean, when I was young, I mean, I was from a young age, I was always drawing and stuff like that.
yeah,
But some people have got super talents, and you're like, wow, you know, where do they get? It's mental how they get the skills. It, weird. Can't explain it.
yeah. It is weird. It is weird how you become famous after your death, though. You have a hard life, you die,
Yeah,
and then ratings become famous, and they rob you blind because you haven't got any offsprings and that. Well, he got married a couple of times, I think Turner did. But you know, I actually went to the arts museum here in Japan about 5 years ago to see his paintings. But unfortunately, the slave ship was left in America. They wouldn't. It's in America now. They didn't send it over to Japan. I was really disappointed. That was the one I wanted to see the most. You know what I mean? That really big painting of the slave ship. But yeah, I saw all his other stuff, all done by Turner, originals. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm interested in art. You know, in that it's recorded history, isn't it? Like you said, every painting either a warning or a story of some kind. But when you find out the techniques that some of the so-called masters were using, and then you've got Sotheby's and Christie's making money hand over fist, yeah, it just makes you sick, doesn't it? Yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't. I'm glad I wasn't one of them wallies who bought a painting, thinking I'm buying something really good. Turned out to be a tracing, not
Wallies.
really. Yeah, it was picture perfect almost. I mean, I was surprised as a kid when I went to the museum. I said, arts gallery. I said, wow, uh, they had better eyesight back in the old days, didn't they, miss? Because I'm surrounded by modern art at this time, and there was nothing as perfect as what I was looking at. It was like a camera took it. And I said, they didn't have cameras back then, did they? No, they didn't. And my teacher said, no, they didn't have cameras. Wow, they had good eyesight. That's all you can think. Good eyesight.
Yeah.
Turns out they had this tool, the camera lucinda and the camera obscura. So they had cameras back then, but it was secret knowledge. No one knew about it, yeah? Kept it secret. Yeah. Swines. Thought you guys might find that interesting. I found it interesting. Back in 2001, it's left a lasting bloody memory. You can't forget it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mm.
Alerts.
You know that. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my mate's paintings, what he draws.
Oh, go on.
I'm just trying to find them now. Like, I think it's on my other Facebook. So I'm just going on there now.
All thanks to David Hockney, though. You know, David Hockney he's still alive. He's getting quite old now. I think he's in his 80s now. I think he's in his 80s now. But he's famous for becoming the iPad artist. So he does a lot of arts on the iPad, and he did an exhibition not so long ago using a whole lot of iPads.
All right, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, so he's embracing the technology, and he did a gallery recently. You know, really good one.
Yeah, nice.
But all his pictures were on iPads, basically.
Lovely.
But-
There's a lovely half moon up in the sky at the minute.
Aye.
Can you see it, Jez, where you are or not?
No, I'm in the house at the minute.
Oh, right, no.
It's fading
just
away.
wondered- Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a look in a minute anyway.
It's gone really clear.
So,
Weird. Sun's going down over northeast. Yeah. West even.
Yeah,
North. Yeah. Most of the
northwest.
north.
Yeah,
More than anything, it's not west. It's more northwest.
yeah, because it kind of goes where, like, if I look out my window, that's kind of where it would be toward, like, because it's gone down now. There's like houses and stuff like blocking it.
Yeah, same, yeah. Yeah, you can see where it's lighter and it's like orange, got an orangey sort of colour. And you got that sort of, you know, what little cloud there is, but you got that sort of like red.
Yeah, it gets more and more
tinted
like red, and
Yeah.
so you get like the red at, say, like, when it's going dark, whatever, and then the most blue at, say, like midday. So it's kind of, the thing is though, when it gets to night time and we've got all these like screens and stuff with like all this blue light.
Yeah.
So apparently my mum's got me what is it, like glasses or something to kind of like block out all the other colours, just to see red.
Right. Yeah.
Because apparently that can help you kind of unwind a bit, before you go to bed. Because like when you look at these blue screens and stuff, I'm trying not to look at it too much. I mean, try and not put the light on unless I have to. I mean, I don't really even need to put the light on because I can just look at the screen and I can see what I'm looking at. So, yeah. So, I mean, I'll try to not look at screens too much, like, if possible. They can be a bit, I think they can maybe interfere with the natural kind of unwinding at, night time.
Yeah, that means
Because when the supposedly when you get to nighttime, melatonin gets released, which is the sleep hormone. Well, it's to regulate sleep. Whereas, like, you get blue, which is like serotonin. I think it's, so you get like, so you get really, so you feel full of energy and
it makes you feel more awake.
Probably.
Yeah, more with it, more awake.
Well, not necessarily more happy, but just kind of, because you can feel happy, but you're kind of a bit tired, though, I guess. But you just kind of more relaxed, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what's meant to happen. That you're meant to become more relaxed before you go to bed. Because they said that if you've been looking at screens all day, and and then you go to bed, it's going to take about 2 hours to fully relax from that.
Yeah. To relax your muscles, relax your eyes, relax yourself. Yeah. I mean, I suppose though, Jamie, if you think about it, you're always on. I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming that you're always like watching videos or like certain.
Yeah, most of the time. It's just like you've got to try and limit it at night time, because it's
Yeah.
It's like you get
yeah,
all
yeah.
these people playing video games, and it's no wonder they're not getting to sleep, and
Well, always look really tired, bags under their eyes.
yeah,
and stuff.
like when they get up in the morning because it's like they're being forced out of bed and they've only
Yeah,
had
yeah.
about a few hours sleep or whatever, and
Mm.
then they probably fall asleep during the day or something. And,
Yeah, because they're that knackered because they can't sleep because they've played on that much computer and they can't.
or they just can't concentrate.
Yeah, you can't
That's
relax your brain. Yeah, you need to relax your brain when you go to sleep. Like go to bed, don't you? Like,
Well, I
so,
actually don't think we need that much sleep because it depends on the type of foods that we've been eating. Because if you look at like the animals who eat like mostly protein, they need a whole lot of sleep. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
like lions and
yeah,
tigers and things like that. They sleep about like 20 hours a day or something like that. Some of them, and then a cat
yeah,
sleep about 13 hours a day, which is still
yeah,
the majority of the day. And then we
yeah.
usually sleep about 8 hours a day. And
Lazy.
apparently, apes they sleep about 9 to 10 hours a day. So yeah, I mean, and then you've got some that sleep even less than that, about 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're in more of
I'd
the
sleep 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours.
yeah. Some of them even less. Yeah, like 3 hours. Yeah. It
Well,
really
what
depends on.
we said before, didn't we, Jamie, about sheep? They don't sleep a lot, do they?
Yeah, I think giraffes as well.
Giraffe, yeah, they don't sleep for a
Yeah.
long time. A couple hours a night or something, 3 hours a night or a day or something. Mad. I don't need a lot.
Because I found that if I fast, I don't need as much sleep. That's
Mm.
what I've noticed.
Oh, I need my sleep.
Pardon?
I need my sleep.
Do you have like the same sleep at night, or does it average, or does it vary with you? Yes. Like how long do you average sleep?
I like a nice good 10 hours.
Fucking hell.
Sometimes,
Yeah, quite
sometimes
long.
8.
No, it's way too much that for me. I can't
Yeah,
do that.
I like it, mate. Depends on what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? If it's if I got a day off, then like today I got up. What time did I get out of bed today? 10 o'clock. I got out of bed. But I was awake at 8:30, 9 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? So I was just sat chilling. But I can't have like 4 hours sleep. It just drives me mad. I can't do it.
What, like the less sleep? Can't
Yeah, I
do
can't do it.
a few hours, 4 hours or so.
I need about 6 hours, 8 hours
At least, yeah. Yeah, I know what you
at
mean.
least. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I could sleep for 4 hours and wake up and be fine. I'll be alright. Yeah, I might be a bit like
Well, I was once like, I was coming back from Paris once, and it was like, so I'd been up from like sometime in the morning, what 7, 8 in the morning or whatever, and they were getting out of the back like 10 o'clock or whatever it was. It
yeah,
took them. Might have even been before 8. Might have been before 10 o'clock. It might have been like 8 o'clock. It was like 7:30 or something. I don't know what it was, but it was in the morning sometime, and it took ages to get back. It was like 2 or 2:30 in the morning by the time we got back. I didn't sleep at all on the way back. It was somehow I managed to stay awake for the whole time. So yeah, I think I can stay awake if I want to. But there's times where I can get a good night's sleep.
yeah.
But I think I kind of just average at 8 hours, maybe. I don't know. I don't count it, but it's hard to tell because if you can't get to sleep and you're tossing and turning all night, you know. And it's horrible. You think you're never going to get to sleep or something, especially if you need to get up in the morning, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, if you've got to go somewhere, like be up at 4 a.m, you're like, you can't go to sleep, and then you go to sleep about half an hour before your alarm goes off, and you're like,
Yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
ding,
Before
yeah,
you
bloody
are,
hell.
what the? Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah.
Happens all the time. I've always been a night owl. I'm always up through
Yeah,
the
me
night.
too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, me also.
I'll sleep during the day. I mean, I'll have my nana naps and that, and then I'll be up all night. That's the way I've always been. I've always been a night owl. You get me about 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm like a zombie. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
But the later in the night it gets, I'm wide awake.
But when I got up once, it was like still dark or something, and for some reason I got up, and it was like, I don't know what time it were, like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning or something. It was still dark. So, but it was weird. It was like I almost felt like I wanted to kill myself. It was like I don't know what it was.
You got up at witch's hour, did you?
It must have been something to do with when you get up at night. It does something to you, like because.
Well, it's what your body's been indoctrinated into. So it's what your body's indoctrinated into, isn't it?
Because it's the serotonin, isn't it? And that gets released at day. So it's like all these people on like, shifts, like they go on night shift and then they'll do day or whatever. I think it messes them up. I don't know. Like
I used to work nights. I did 3 years of nights, and it never messed me up once. It took me a month to get the hang of it, and then my nights turned into my daytime.
yeah, but
and
if you
like the day.
yeah, but sometimes they shift, don't they, from night to day, and then so I don't know.
You just have to train. You have to train the mind. That's what you have to do. You have to train yourself. It's the indoctrination because, like I said, we're all used to. Oh, we'll wait during the day. Oh, it's night time. Oh, we've got to go to bed now. It's what we've been used to, trained to do. So you just have to switch it round and go on to nights. And then when you go on nights, you'll train your body. And then nights will be like daytime. And
How would you be able to train
it's
yourself
weird.
both if you had to keep going from one to the other, like where you have to you might be doing one night and then the next week you might be going to do days or something. You'd have to constantly.
That's torture, mate. That's just pure torture. That is because your body doesn't know what to do, so your mind's all over the place. That is mental torture.
It takes a certain amount of time to adapt. It's like if you go to a hot country, or vice versa. If you go from a hot country to a cold country, it's going to take a time to adapt to the climate.
That's it, and that's the way it goes.
Maybe what they're trying to do, what Tom Corner was saying, that they might be doing something with the weather to make it where that it changes so quick that it's hard to, adapt to it. Because there's been weather where, I mean, it could have happened throughout history. I don't know. Like, just don't really go back that far. So that's kind of one of those things that you can't really prove.
No, you just have to get on with it, innit?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like hot weather. If someone says, "Oh, do you want to go to that country?" I'm like, "No, you're all right. I like it nice and breezy."
Well, what about at the beach? Hot, but you're at the beach at the seaside. It's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
Mate, I can't. Honestly, mate, I can't stand it.
Wow, you're missing out there, then, mate. I'll tell you.
Oh, I'll go. I'll be sociable, but I can't stand it. I just cannot stand it.
You'd be on the beach bed there in the shade with a parasol over your head. That's all right.
I think it's because It's because I'm a roofer. I think that's probably why I hate it. Because I'm out in weathers, you know, all the conditions all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get it. I mean, I'd be a millionaire now if the amount of times of it. I bet you love it when the summer don't. No, I don't. I hate it because that sun's on us 20. You know what I mean? It's on us for the full
Yeah,
day
so
when we're
Well, it's good when you're in. If you go into the woods and it's like you're protected there, aren't you?
Yeah.
yeah, you're all right there. But I mean, that's the only reason why I don't like hot. Do you know what I mean? I don't like the hot weather.
No, I
I'm in
reckon
it
you'd
all
be
the
all
time.
right at the beach, the palm trees and that, and you got your beach bed there.
Oh yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like it, but I'm not really a hot potato. Do you know what I mean? I do like when it's like nice but a bit chilly. That's all
Yeah,
I
like
like.
it, like kind of sort of in between, sort of where
Yeah.
it's warm weather, but there's still a bit of a breeze to kind of make it feel a bit fresh. You know,
Yeah, because if it's too hot, I mean, if it's too hot, I'm like a goldfish, man. I can't breathe. It's just too stuffy.
Yeah, I think my mum says she likes it hot, but I mean, there might be some kind of therapy to it or something like having all that sun on you. But I just like there to be a bit of a breeze to kind of just feels a bit fresher. Just feels a bit.
It's whatever you like.
But I think maybe you get used to it because she was living in Cyprus for a bit, and then
There you go then.
Yeah, so she probably misses it in a way, but I don't know. You don't really get any like. I think the weather would all be like similar all year round. I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly the same, and there's going to be seasons, but not as much. Like there's certain places like in the tropics and subtropics and stuff like that where it's.
I'll say I'd say the British has the wet seasons, the weird weathers. I mean, our weathers are crazy. 1 minute it's pissing it down, and the next day it's sunny.
You just can't weigh it up. It's like you can't really make like plans if you know, like I don't know. You can't really say, oh well, you know, let's do this. Like if say someone wanted to do a barbecue for the few days in advance, and then by then it could just be raining or something. So
yeah. That's the British weather. Always take an umbrella with you. You never know.
Yeah, well, it's raining now at the moment. We're in a rainy season here in Japan. It's raining this morning.
We have been here.
it's all right. Yeah, it's been all right today.
Yeah, it's been nice today.
Yeah.
Wasn't yesterday. It's been shit yesterday.
Well, the sky is clear now. It's like so. It's going to be probably a bit chillier tonight because it's.
Really?
When it clears, when the sky clears at night, it gets colder because the clouds actually hold the heat in a bit. But when it's obviously when the sun comes out during the day, it's going to be hotter. So it's kind of, I think, when the skies are clear, it makes the weather a bit more kind of like.
Bearable.
No, I mean about like it kind of makes it's like it makes it go from one extreme to the other. Like it's like if you're in I think deserts would be one of a good example of because they actually like the sun's just out all day, but then when it gets to night,
it drops considerably.
there's no there to keep the heat in. So it actually apparently sometimes gets down to like 0 on certain occasions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It gets
It's mad, isn't it?
it's dramatically cold. in the desert.
Fuck's sake.
You have to dig up
I'm back in a minute, lad.
Sorry, you'll be back in a minute. Okay.
I've just got to update.
All right. Yeah, I've uploaded that link to the David Hock. If anyone's interested in how the masters painted their pictures, it's really interesting, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't be
it's,
surprised if a lot of the paintings are just fraud, because there's a lot of money to be made out of these things, and you got to question why people would spend so much on a painting. Why spend so much money on a painting? Try and actually do something yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just find it kind of I mean, yeah, it's good to like admire other people's work, but
Yeah,
anyone
and the
that wants
historic
to,
value.
like,
There is a slight historic value.
yeah, I mean,
to
I
the-
get all that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I just personally, I don't really see the appeal that much. I just think it's a bit.
Yeah. I think that's what David Hockney. I think you'd like David Hockney because David Hockney's right down your alley. He's the kind of guy that says anyone can be an artist. That's what he's trying to do. That's why he exposed the secret knowledge in a way, right? And I'll tell you, the link I've sent you, it's actually a playlist, and the last 3 of the playlist is the interview.
Yeah, anyone can be an artist, a con artist, that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he's saying in a roundabout way, right? And the interview he has, the interviewee who's American, his tone and his line of questioning I didn't like at all, you know, because David Hockney basically is revealing something, and he was like cognitive dissonance. You know, he didn't want to believe what he was hearing. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, how dare you reveal this secret? You know, do you know what I mean? You know, it was just fighting David Hockney all the way with his line of questioning, right? But there was no evidence. There was no way what he was saying was wrong. The science proves it, and the evidence is there, and the technology can be reproduced. So there was no way he was lying. It was all done bang to rights. He caught them bang to rights. Okay, he caught them. Even a famous artist, his name was Reynolds, British artist. His camera Lucinda was in a book, hidden in a book. You look at this book, an innocent book, turns out to be a camera. Camera Lucinda. Okay? That's why I say it's an education. If you're not into art, oh, so be it. But if you're into you might be into it when you see the techniques being employed. And then you've got to then imagine the money that these paintings were commanding back then and how much they're commanding now before you realize the techniques that are being used. Because once you realize, you're going to say to yourself, well, I ain't going to pay that much money for it because I could do what he done near enough. Do you know what I mean? So tracing. They traced it. Most of it was tracings.
Mm.
But it's really, really good. It's really revealing. You've got to watch it, I think. I think, you know, it's an education in art techniques, and all this swindling going on.
Yep.
Places like Christie's. You've heard of Christie's, haven't you? Christie's auctioneers.
Yep.
And Sotheby's.
And Tiffany's. Yeah.
And Tiffany's, thank you very much. And Tiffany's as well, right. So these places make money hand over fist, and it's fool's paradise, isn't it, again?
Yeah,
Fool's paradise with all your money being ripped off. I've actually got a couple of students here whose grandfather collected some art, Japanese art, and about 3 years ago, Japanese art was in vogue. It might still be in vogue. So they sent some to Sotheby's in England, and they sent some to Sotheby's in China. And the daughter had to go to both auctions. She was really enjoying that. So her mum was selling her granddad's paintings that he bought back in the 70s.
Yeah.
The 70s, yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed AJ's in the chat, so I thought I'd say hello to AJ.
Yeah, AJ. Cool.
He's been here, there, and everywhere, that one.
Yeah, he's cool as AJ.
How you doing, AJ? You've been here, there, and everywhere. You must be tired now. Put your feet up and take a relax on the Real conversation's going on. Have a real conversation. He's been in the chat room.
Yeah.
His legs must be well knackered.
Yeah, Jamie, I was on your mate's channel earlier. Jim was in the chat. Roxanne, D Murphy. Yeah, they did it's like a premiere thing.
Yeah.
Your
Jamie
mate
was up
Roxanne.
early. Sparrow's Park. Jamie was up Sparrow's Park. Sorry, Lee was up Sparrow's Park for that one. I was surprised to see you. Yeah.
No, I was just flicking through, you know, it come up on my YouTube, so I thought I'll have a look in there. I saw you straight away, Jim, in the chat.
Yeah. Very noisy I am.
Yeah, it's gone a bit quiet now. Well, Jazz has gone, and
Yeah.
obviously Merle.
Yeah.
I'm in the chat room just for a sec. I'll be back there in a minute.
Yeah.
Mel sent me a message on Hangout saying his internet's playing up, so I think
I thought he might have just like done one to some other stream or something.
No,
Yeah, I reckon he's on another stream. He's just being polite.
Discord.
Back there, Discord. Discord.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
How do you know we're on a ball spinning in outer space?
Funny.
Get real, man. Pull yourself together.
Hey, he's all right, Ismail.
Get a grip of yourself, mate.
Yeah, he always talks really chill, like he's like proper chilling out, like.
But then when he's on some of these chats, it's like he's on the defensive, like the total opposite.
Yeah, sometimes he can. I've seen him on like
like the night and day of Merle, you call it.
Yeah. Jekyll and Hyde, a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird.
Maybe like it's what you call it, like split personality or something.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah, split personality, yeah. That's it. What's happening in chat, Din? Anything or nothing?
I'm just talking to AJM. Just saying hello, that's all.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh yeah, have you looked into like iridology?
What's that?
Well, apparently, like if you look at your eye or someone else's eye, you can tell what's up, but just by looking at the eye. Like there's things going on in the eye or something like that. You know, like there's like when you see speckles and things in the eye or something, that there's things going on in it. Like some people say that it relates to different parts of the body. Like there's these charts that you can get up, and it'll say which parts to do with the.
Another money spinner lying there. That is, come on.
That's well, who's making money from it though?
Well, the people who are putting up the information, the people who are gathering the information and selling it back to you, telling you can tell what you can buy.
Well, if you can go and look it up yourself, and you don't need someone to tell you what it is.
So what do you do? Look in the mirror.
weed, you could just like take a photo and kind of analyze it.
How would you do that? Take a picture of yourself in the mirror? Or
Well, I
take
don't
a photo
know.
of your face?
You
Come
No,
on,
set
man.
your
I've never heard of
use
it.
like a phone camera or something, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's
I've
just
never,
silly. It's just another silly one.
I've never
It's
heard
another
of it.
silly one. Another newfangled idea that's just rubbish. That's
Well,
what
I
it
thought
is.
you were open-minded, so
Yeah, but you see, Jamie, there's open-mindedness and then there's logic. You can't be so open-minded that you swallow every shit that comes in.
well,
Excuse me.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just kind of putting it out there.
I'm open-minded, yeah, but not to the point where when something sounds silly, I'm going to say it sounds silly, and I'm just not going to waste my time. Doesn't take long to work it out. Do you know what I mean? I'm open-minded. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you've got to be cautious. You can't be throwing caution to the wind. You know what I mean? You know, look at someone's in the eye. You can tell the whole body problem by looking into their eyes. Come on now. Even the picture you're going to take, are you going to be able to see? You're going to have to magnify that to get any kind of reading. Come on.
I
Looking
don't
into
know.
someone's eye, looking into someone's eye is going to tell you their internal problems. Oh, come on, man. Looking at someone's face, skin complexion, you can tell they're drunk. Especially with the white man, he's pink. He goes pink in the face when he's had too much to drink. Are you embarrassed or are you drunk? Which is it? Oh, I can't smell liquor. Are you drunk? Do you know what I mean? You know, what can you tell by looking into someone's eyes? They say the eyes never change when you get old. The older you get, the eyes remain the same.
Well, you can tell if
That's what
someone's been Jin. You can tell if someone's been smoking weed or not with their eyes if you look in their eyes.
yes,
Well, they
that's true.
dilate, don't they, or something?
Tell when
Yeah.
they're drunk as well.
Pupils,
When
yeah,
they're
the
drunk.
pupils go all dilated and you get a glaze in your eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they might
Yeah,
pop out a bit like
Yeah.
Popeye or something, like kind of.
yeah, but that's when they're
Like,
on drugs and alcohol. That's the common thing. But to say you can look into someone's eye and tell
But
there's an organ's gone wrong.
no, but you're saying you can't read people's eyes, but you can because that's what the police do to you. They look at your fucking eyes straight away.
Yeah, regarding drugs, of course, that's
Yeah, yeah.
obvious.
No,
And
no,
alcohol,
it's still
and
reading
alcohol.
someone's eye. Still reading
No,
their eyes.
I did say that, didn't I? Alcohol and drugs, yeah. Alcohol and drugs, you can tell when someone's drunk, of course. Of course you can. But to tell the inner organs, your health, can you?
Well, you can if you can tell if someone's got liver problems because the white of their eyes go a bit yellow.
Oh, I've never noticed that at all. I've never
Yeah,
known that.
that's the thing. You know, you get people get jaundice.
well, that
Jaundice,
makes you go yellow in general, doesn't it?
yeah, jaundice. Yeah, I remember
In
jaundice, yeah.
people in your eye, the white of your eyes as well.
Because the
Yeah,
skin supposedly goes
yellow
yellow,
in
isn't it?
the eyes.
Yeah.
What causes jaundice then? It's like,
It's the liver, isn't it? It's the liver going.
Well, the
Liver
liver's packing
functions.
up.
Yeah, liver's packing up. Liver functions.
yeah, so it's not a
Yeah.
good sign then when you have jaundice, basically.
No, no,
No,
no,
it's not.
no. You need checking out ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dying, basically. No, I'm open-minded. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes some things are just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be one of those like with all the vitamins and stuff like that they try and sell you that like there's people just trying to make money off of like because it's like you feel like, well, if you don't get this, then there's no way that you can get better, and you're just going to get worse. So it's this kind of, suppose in a way, it could be like this fear-based kind of thing where you feel like you've got to take that advice or whatever, otherwise you're gonna, run into more problems and not fix your problems. And so, I mean, like I just keep saying, like we're going back to the nature really, and just kind of doing what, kind of, it's not like synthetic and
Yeah.
But then
Emotional.
again, it's like most of the food we have nowadays is, has been kind of altered in some way. It's like, for instance, like the tangerines and stuff. You could say that's like a genetically modified fruit or something.
Yeah, but I think that's if it's genetically modified, it's naturally done, isn't it?
Well,
It's not done
I
by.
suppose it's still in a way, but it's like it's altering nature in a way. It's kind of, yeah, but it's like there's not really kind of there's still kind of don't really know what the effects could be of this stuff, genetically modifying and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah, but it's
yeah,
natural.
there's not enough like research being done into
They're
it.
eating
To kind
nature.
of,
Yeah, they're not going with chemicals coming in and changing the DNA or anything.
well, I suppose that in a way that's not too bad. I think the main problem is that Monsanto thing and the whole sort of herbicide pesticide thing. I think that those are the main.
Everything about it is wrong. Even the actual produce they make is all wrong as well. Everything Monsanto's done hasn't enhanced nature. The whole point of Monsanto's idea was to feed the world. But what's happened? The world has become starved. We're starving now because it hasn't given great yields. It's destroyed the soil, and people in India are committing suicide or have been committing suicide, should I say?
In
Over
where?
the
In,
years. Sorry.
did you say India, Jim?
Yeah, in India, yeah, where
Right, okay.
they
Right.
used Monsanto's seeds, cotton seeds and corn seeds, and that, and then they used their system. The harvest, the yield was low, uh, and they lost money, and now they're bankrupt. So they commit suicide because they owe so
Wow.
much money.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all documented. Everything's there. You've only got to look for it. Yeah. This
Hmm.
is this is what I've been doing for like the past since 2001. Can say just been non-stop, going all the way through right up to flat Earth, right up to here today. That's all
Hmm.
I've been doing is watching documentaries and stuff and
Yeah.
trying to bring it out. And anything interesting, I put in the back chat now. So I've got so much stuff that I could talk about, and I will do gradually. That's why I
Yeah.
mentioned this one with David Hockney, for example. It's quite an interesting one. And yeah, let's hope people catch on to that one and have a look at it and
Hmm.
beware the painter, beware the art industry. If you become a millionaire tomorrow, don't invest in any art,
Hmm. Yeah.
except for before the 1400s and after 1870 or 1850, if you like, 1850,
So everything
1870.
in that period's all like.
Well, it's all trickery, isn't it? It's all the hand is in the camera Lucinda. So before that and after that, it's all eye to hand coordination. No manipulation, no tools are being used. And you'll notice that they look similar. Like when you watch the documentary, it's just an education, man. David Hockney's got a massive studio and he put all these paintings up, Northern Europe, Southern Europe, all through 500 years of the Renaissance. And you notice the pattern of painting. 1 minute we can't paint, suddenly we're accurate like a camera, and then suddenly we're back to not being able to paint again. So obviously he knew something was up here. How comes people can paint like this?
Well, I
It's
think
like,
people like lose the art of things when they're relying on all the technologies and stuff like computers and stuff.
well, this is what he says. He says that actually, yeah.
It's like people won't be able to use a pencil soon because of the just typing all the time.
Yeah, they're going to find writing hard and get tired from writing. Writer's cramp.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Right. It's great.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, people won't be able to add up soon because they'll just be using a calculator. What is it? Oh, I'll have to get a calculator.
No,
Well, that's what's happening with
funny
this
that
technology.
it's funny you mentioned that, Jamie, because like my daughter at school, right? They in maths, they're told to like use a calculator, and if they don't have a calculator, use the calculator on your mobile phone, because like all the kids have the mobiles in the pockets, right? Oh, you don't have your calculator with you, you can use your
Yeah, they used
mobile
to not be
phone
allowed to
calculator.
bring them or something.
No, you know they tell you to use them in school now. We were never used to be able to use a calculator.
Well, they use them in exams. Like when I did an exam, and they would bring up like you'd have the scientific calculator, and it would have like sine and cosine and tangent on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. You're never gonna use that.
You know,
You're
and
never
I
use
suppose
that.
yeah, you need to know when to use certain buttons and stuff, but there's not really much brain power to it. Really, it's all the hard work's really been kind of done for you.
Yeah, yeah,
A lot of it's irrational numbers anyway. It's like, how is this gonna, you know, be useful in any way? Because you don't in the real world, you don't have irrational numbers with no end to them. Yeah,
mm,
you have numbers like when you go to the shop, it's like, oh, all right, I've got um, like how much change am I gonna have? So you'd subtract the what it, kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
how
yeah,
much you've got, from let's just say you've paid so much, and then like, how much have I got?
yeah. Change. Yeah,
You know, yeah. So you work out like but there's, but yeah, people just refer to a calculator nowadays to work basic stuff out,
yeah.
and it's sad, really. I mean, it's like people talk about we're evolving. No, we're devolving.
Devolving. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you mean. It's not good, is it? Evolve. Got all quiet, Jin. You all right?
Yep, I'm fine.
Yeah, cool.
Just looking at Jamie's mum's reply here. She says, I've noticed over the years, past 10 years, how so much misshaped fruit and veg about many genetic unsavory flaws. My granddad's fruit and veg he grew for his shop was never like the crap they sell today or
Mm.
nowadays. Mm.
Yeah.
So
I
your
mean,
granddad sells fruit then, Jamie?
But no, she was on about her granddad. Well, he's not around anymore,
Right.
so he would have been my great granddad.
Yeah, great
yeah,
granddad. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've actually met him before, like before he died and all that.
Oh,
Mm.
right.
So I think he was about when I met him. I think it was about how old would he have been? I'm just thinking, so tiny. So about
80 something?
70s.
Okay, 70s.
Yeah, I think that was about how long ago was that? Like 16 years, 17. I mean, 6. Yeah, probably 16 or 16 and a half years or whatever it is.
So your
Two
granddad,
probably 2000 2002 or 2003.
Wow.
So he sold fruit and veg. He was a fruit and veg man. Very important man in the world, that one. Fruit and veg man. I used to work in a fruit and veg shop called Yeoman's, Primrose Hill. Indian owner. And on the Harrow Road, he had two shops, one in Primrose Hill, which is near Chalk Farm, Camden Town, Regent's Park, and the like, St John's Wood. And the other one was in on the Harrow Road. That's where all the black people lived, all the West Indians and that. Yes, I used to work there as well. I used to give them a little bit more than they should get. You know, if they wanted a pound, I give them a pound and a bit. Do you know what I mean? So they'd come back. And then the boss started saying, "I've noticed the takings are going down." Well, it's not me. I don't touch the till. You don't let me use the till, do you? So it must be something to do with you then. You're doing the sums wrong. Because I never actually touched the register once. Right? I only weighed the stuff up and give it to the customer. I started going on at the takings and I goes, "Well, I ain't touching your money. I don't get a chance to look in." Cheek. Right fit. He was the right type, Wad. When I was there, that place was busier than busy. Okay? Customers would come because they knew they'd be getting a little bit extra. So shh, don't say anything, just go. Next, please. Fruit and veg.
You see a lot. Sorry, a lot of people aren't buying it anymore, are they? Fresh fruit and veg.
Is that right? Really? Really?
All coming frozen, isn't it?
Yeah, or it's like, well, I think frozen's not too bad. I think it's when it's all like tinned and like.
Or pre-chopped though. You get people that buy like pre-chopped onions or pre-chopped carrots and
Well, I
stuff.
like the pre-chopped tomato thing, like in a can or something. But I use that for the bravas sauce. At least the one that I got last time, it doesn't have citric acid in it. And it does say it's non-GMO, so that's at least some kind of positive, I guess. Yeah. I mean, you're probably just best off making your own from scratch somehow. Don't know how I really do that. Suppose you just like put a bunch of like tomatoes and chop them up yourself and put water in or something. And I don't know what it would like turn into like a kind of like a sort of like a passata type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but they say in cooking like that, if you use just overripe tomatoes in cooking, apparently they're better because they'll mush down into a sauce better. You know, if you're doing like a tomatoey sauce type thing.
Yeah, if you're going to do a tomato sauce for your pasta and that, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Your stew and that, yeah.
So you don't go for your ripe ones, you go for your overripe ones. What have just like been sat there for a while. Just getting
that's right.
They're best for the sauces and that, yeah.
Hey, put it in the blender, blend it down, make your sauce, and then there you go. There you are. Yeah. Very true.
What did you have the other day with your mum? What did you cook the other day, Damien?
Sweet potato falafel wraps.
That were it. They looked all right, then.
Yeah, it was a bit like mush though, but it weren't too bad. I think it's like they weren't holding together that well. But when I've made them, probably because I'm not putting all that potato stuff in it, with the sweet potato thing, so it doesn't need as much flour. So maybe I should look at doing a different type of flour because some people say that how the
you not try breadcrumbs?
Flowers aren't very good for you or something.
You not try breadcrumbs with that? Would that not bind it better? Breadcrumbs.
Well, breadcrumbs are a bit same thing because it's made from wheat.
Yeah, no, but it'd be like a bit more like a meatball, like a falafel. If you did it with,
Well, it would probably give
Yeah.
it like a crunch, wouldn't it? I don't know. That's what I.
well, it's like with meatballs. With meatballs, you put breadcrumbs in, don't you? Like with your meatball,
Well,
you
you
always
could,
put
I
breadcrumbs
suppose,
in.
but I don't know. I've not really tried that. I mean, I think there's some at home, so
Hmm.
I'll have to look at different recipes and try it out, and maybe try like a hummus sort of thing out, and try and like different type of hummus, maybe like.
No, I don't want to touch hummus. You're making too much mush at the moment. Go from one mushy to another mushy.
It's good protein. These hummus, good
Yeah,
protein.
it's Greek, isn't it? It's Greek. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of protein in the chickpeas, and there's a lot in the tahini as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not a lot if you eat meat, but it's a lot for like a vegan type of meal.
Yeah.
Tala masalata. I love my tala masalata and pita bread. Love it, man. I haven't had that in about 20 years. There you go. But I like it. When I get the chance to have it, I'll have it. With lemon. Tzatziki, that's nice as well. Cucumber, that's lovely. Pita bread again, lovely. Jamie, I understand you've got a new pair of infrared binoculars.
Well, I've not got them right now, but
You're in the process of receiving them then, yeah?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what I thought she was on about infrared. I thought she was on about red. I mean, I thought she was on about light cancelling glasses or something. That's what kind of probably misunderstood what she was on about, because I was on about trying to get, maybe get like the, the basically where you just see red through them. Like when you just see so everything that you see like is just red. It sort of takes all the other colors. I mean, you would only probably use that at night time to kind of like buffer the effects of the blue light and stuff, because the blue light is, well, because we're in an unnatural state. I suppose you kind of have to do unnatural things to kind of put it right, I guess. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, ideally, we wouldn't be using any of these things. Well, at least not during those kind of hours.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes, like the infrared cameras now. If you're up in the sky and you want to look at something, you might get too much glare from the sun. When you cut the glare with infrared, then you can see more.
But it might be good, like having infrared binoculars.
They
That would be a good thing to do observations, I suppose.
Yeah, sometimes you get too much light drenched, overpowering light,
About like overexposure.
Yeah, too much light on the thing, so you can't see clearly. But you put the infrared on now, a lens on your infrared cap on your lens, and suddenly the glare's cut, and what you're looking at becomes more visible because you're cutting away the light, reducing the glare. Light salt.
Yeah.
Right, that's what's the whole point of it, yeah. Reducing that glare, because you can't see it with normal eyesight because there's just too much light, too much natural light, so you want to cut it in the daytime as well.
Yeah, maybe I could see if I could see what Sandra sees with Isle of Man or something,
Yeah, if you've got binoculars on the go, you might be.
But I wouldn't be able to like film it though, would I? I mean,
no, but at least you can make a personal observation.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't really need to be like
documenting. You've got it on yourself. You've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need anyone else to verify it for you. You've seen it, so it's in your own head then, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. And then if you need to verify it, then you need to get a camera with an infrared lens after that, if you feel that you need that.
Well, I don't know I don't know what the zoom is on it. I mean, it probably won't be much, but I don't think it really needs to be that much. Because all those
No,
movies does, it just
Yeah.
magnifies what you can already see a lot of the time. It's
it's just going to make it clearer. I think what will happen is that the image will be clearer for you. It's going to cut the glare, so it'll be
I think that
bit-
would do more than zoom, because even if you zoomed in on, you're just zooming in on, a lot of the time you're just zooming in on distortion. So
so exactly on distortion, So with this now, it'll clear up any distortion problems you might be having with the infrared. So you're looking forward to
right,
that.
so she meant she got it or something. Oh, huh.
She's
Oh,
bought
it's
it.
not going to end at months.
She said she's bought it. She said.
Oh, well, I thought she meant she'd be getting it like
No, she's got it.
soon.
She's bought it for you, boy.
Yeah, I thought she meant it'd be coming like tomorrow or day after or something.
No, you're going to have to go and get it, she says. Get your skates on. I'm only kidding. Get your skates on, boy.
But Aegon said it's, he's got one, but it's on
Wednesday?
4 times Zoom or something.
Sorry, Jamie, what are you going to cook Wednesday?
I don't know. I don't know if we're doing that. I'd have to think of something.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't know about like you could say about stodge or something.
Yeah, Jamie, I was seeing some adverts on TV. Have you got a Papa John's in Blackburn?
Yeah, I've heard they do vegan pizzas, but
Yeah.
it'll be like really junky, won't it? Like
it's just an advert, like vegan available. It says, yeah.
There's a lot of companies that have been capitalizing on it all. It's like
I'm not
all
surprised.
these companies that bring out ranges and stuff like even like Subway has been capitalized. I mean, Greg's.
You wait for a McDonald's to come out, a vegan McDonald's something soon. You watch, bet you.
Yeah, there's going to be something coming out and like.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah, come out with a veggie wrap, but there's like.
There will be.
Right.
Some sort of McDonald's or, one of the other chains, I can't see KFC doing one because it's chicken in it. But unless they do a vegan chicken wrap.
Yeah, McDonald's do a vegan diet, don't they? They do, don't they?
Do they? I don't know.
Well, they do. Well, they're doing something. Well, I thought they did do a vegan one. Something for a vegan or.
Well, they do like salads and stuff, and but even their salads don't really trust nowadays. They just probably add stuff into it.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's 100%. Yeah, exactly.
You're better off, and it's cheaper as well to just buy your own and spend the time cooking indoors. No mush. Get some solid food in you, and and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really take that much to prepare a salad, does it?
Well, not only salad. What about cauliflower, broccoli, garlic, onion, potato, covered in cream sauce?
Well, it depends on what you're trying to make, doesn't it? Like,
well, I'm not trying to make anything but broccoli, cauliflower, potato, garlic, and cream sauce. That's it. There. Eat that. Sounds good.
Yeah. As for the cooking thing, it's a bit limited because, well, not just the whole vegan thing, but my mum can't have certain things, like some milk products, like she can't have.
Yeah, well, that's good anyway to stay away from dairy anyway.
Because sinuses or something. Yeah,
well, it also produces breast cancer and stuff like that. So you really want to stay away from dairy as much as you can, and then just if it's going to be a must, to reduce it to the bare minimal. Like once a month is what I mean. So this cauliflower dish I'm talking about, once a month you have this cauliflower, broccoli, potatoes, garlic, onions, cream sauce with parsley, chives on top, and then you put it on your plate. And what do you reckon, Lee? Could you consume that?
Well, so sorry, what were you talking about? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, I said, how would you feel if you were served cauliflower, broccoli, potatoes, onions, garlic in a cream sauce with chives and parsley garnish?
Actually, I'd quite like that. I'd quite enjoy that.
Yes, of course you would. Yeah, that's it. Nice to cook. That's a nice vegan dish
Yeah,
for you. Cook
yeah.
that, Jamie.
Bit
Get
of
that on
veg,
the go.
some garlic. Yeah, nice bit of
Yeah,
garlic.
that's
Bit of
that's
cream,
exactly what I'd be
cream
cooking
sauce.
if I was a
Yeah,
vegan.
onions.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I eat that anyway, and I'm not a vegan.
mm,
There you go. You know, no
mm.
mushy foods. Ugh. Solid food, mate. Solid.
Cook it al dente as well.
Cook it, yes.
It's just cooked.
Well,
Just
people
cook
cook
it.
the pasta al dente, but I like it to be cooked through, like where it's not. I don't know, because sometimes some of it can be have a like, really bitey, and it. Yeah, I like it to be not. I mean, I like it a bit al dente, but not like too al dente, like.
Mm.
So I'm a bit kind of. I'm not too
Anybody like
bothered really, as long as it tastes good. I suppose like it doesn't really matter too much to me. Like,
does anybody like macaroni cheese?
I like mac and cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, macaroni cheese
well, there's
is
a way
like
that you can do it, like on the vegan thing, because you can use the nutritional yeast to get that bit of a cheesy flavor or whatever, and you can. I think some people will use like I think like cashew nuts or something. They sort of blend them up and they kind of put the yeast in or something. I don't know. It's how they
cashew
do
nut.
it.
Cashew nut sounds good.
I've heard though there's this thing about cashew nuts that slaves make them or something, and their fingers burn or something from because when they're having to like there's this kind of toxin sort of thing that because it's this thing that protects them or something like that they
Yeah,
can injure themselves when they do it. So it's like I don't know. It's just something I've heard. I don't know how true it is. I've not
yeah.
really looked into it.
Jamie's mother was a bit surprised when I mentioned the breast cancer link. I'll do a little talk with that the next time we're on. I'll do a little opener on the dangers of dairy, and I'll put a link in there from the documentary that I watched. The vegetation, what are they called? Oh, what are they called when they're vegetables only?
Gene,
I'm having a mental breakdown here.
come on, Gene.
Vegan, not vegans. Vegans, the other one. Vegetarian Society of Hawaii. They've got a video out. It's been out a number of years now, where they're linking dairy to cancer, breast cancer, and osteoporosis, brittle bone disease.
Wouldn't
Okay.
vegetarian societies still advocate milk though?
No milk at
Well,
all.
that would be a vegan unless they eat eggs.
No, I don't know what one that is, but this particular documentary, they're in Hawaii, and they're telling you do not consume any dairy. The actual title of the documentary is called Dairy: Essential Nutrition or Health Saboteur. That's the name of the documentary. I'll get it up for you next time we speak, and we'll do a little chit chat on that one because it's an eye opener. Okay, real eye opener. So I will be doing that the next time we speak.
Yeah, we'll put the video in the back chat then, and we'll watch it at
Okay.
a later
Well, if
date.
you look at the paleo diet, they don't eat grains and they don't eat dairy, so there must be something to it, like why they don't eat those products. They say that it's not stuff that they used to eat at one time, so that they don't consume it.
Mm.
So they eat things like, I think some of them will obviously eat meat and things like that, and they'll eat things like nuts and seeds and fruits and vegetables, but none of the grains. I don't think they eat pseudo grains either, like quinoa and stuff like that. And
Quinoa. Mm.
I don't know, like
Do
pseudo
quinoa?
grains.
Okay,
Pardon?
Do you eat
I'm
quinoa?
putting the link in the back in the chat room now. I'm putting it in the chat room now as we speak. Okay, as we speak, here we go. Dairy.
Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got any plans for this week, Jamie?
Plans? I don't know. Like, well, probably go out somewhere, but
Yeah.
hmm.
Depending on weather or not. Like the weather, because it's supposed to be pretty shit this week, isn't it? I think. I don't know. Who's taking
Yeah,
time?
I'm looking. Yeah, it does seem to be, but they keep changing it though. So
I just don't know what it's going to be from day to day now. Even though you see the weather forecast, it's always different.
Yeah. Okay, that's done. I've just put it in now. It's in the back chat there. Do watch it, everybody. It's another scare. It's another real one. No good for you. Dairy. It's only 15 minutes long. Very informative. Brittle bone disease and breast cancer and testicle cancer. Links to dairy. Basically, you lose your calcium if you consume milk or any animal dairy. That's cheese, cottage cheese, cream,
goat
milk,
cheese.
butter, goats, even goat's cheese. Any of that stuff, you lose your calcium. So if you're thinking what we're told at school, drink your milk because it's good for your teeth and your bones, it was a total misrepresentation. What happens is you lose your calcium.
Was it something to do with like because the body's like so it doesn't go into acidosis or something, so it kind of depletes calcium to like balance it out or something like that. That's what I've heard. Something along those lines. I know I've heard it depletes the calcium because apparently the top 5 countries that have highest osteoporosis, the exact same ones that, highest dairy consumers, but not only that, they're in the exact same order too. So, what are the chances?
The highest consumers of dairy in the world today are the Scandinavians, and they're the ones with the highest brittle bone disease.
Yeah.
But cancer is increasing around the world, and that's linked. It's linked to dairy. There is a connection with the milk.
Well, I think it's one of the most mucus forming foods, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just not good for you at all. You've got to avoid it like the plague. My kids, right, when they're in elementary school, they didn't have the milk. I just told my kids, don't drink the milk. It's not good for you. Went to the school, told the teachers, my children don't drink milk. There's no need for it. Okay, I don't care what the government's plan is. I'm telling you, do the research. Dairy is dangerous for children. And I gave them the name of a Japanese nutritionist who was saying the same thing. Okay, he studied in America, so but they're not listening. In the Tokyo area, they're paying attention. But when you move out to the rural areas, they're just lost, didn't they? They just trust the government and everything to the hilts. But my kids didn't drink the milk. Didn't drink it at all. Just leave it there. Don't touch it. It's poison. So, and then I said to my teachers, when I go up for their sports days or parents' observation, I said, look at my kids. They don't have milk. Look how tall he is. Look at his bones. Look at him, yeah? And he's not having any milk. Yeah? And look at the little boy over there. He's not going to get any taller. Look at him. He's drinking all the milk he's drinking. And he's not getting any taller, is he? There you go. Yeah. There you are. So, you know, when I say something, don't just say no because I'm a foreigner in your country. Go check it. The reason for Japan's success in some cases is because you've copied the West and then improved on it. So in this case, do the research before you say no. You're always talking about we're there for the children. We're there for the children. Well, pay attention then, because you're not there for the children in this case. Milk is not healthy to drink. It's meant for cows, not for human consumption whatsoever. Best milk is mum's milk.
Yeah, and you don't drink it after infancy, so yeah.
That's it. That's it. You go on to vegetables, nuts, and berries after that. You don't need milk after that. The actual enzymes in your body that would unlock the nutrition from your mum's milk stops being produced after like you're 5 years old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
So
heard up to 75% of people have to some degree lactose intolerance.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean,
everyone will experience it different because everyone will have different degrees of it. Some people will be able to
exactly.
deal with it to a certain degree, and some people will just have, you know, reactions to it or whatever.
Exactly. That's what it says in the documentary. That's a question mark as to whether people are just allergic, because it's not an allergy. It might be lactose intolerant.
Well, I've
It
heard
might-
this thing about like hay fever and how it can maybe cause that, you know, these kind of like highly mucus forming foods that, you know, like form all
Yeah.
this kind of toxicity in the body.
Yeah. Well, basically, with me now, if I was to drink a bottle of milk, it would go right through me, and within 15 minutes later, I'll be in the toilet pooing it out, basically, because it's just gone right through me like a laxative. It doesn't stay because I don't need it. The body doesn't need it. It's not I'm allergic to the milk. My body is working correctly. We don't need this. Get rid of it. The only problem is I might have lost some calcium to reduce the acid buildup and then get rid of it immediately. So that's what's not good.
Yeah, that's right. It's to what, like, you know, kind of to do with the inflammation, isn't it? And
yes,
the body's trying to fight the inflammation. So it,
my stomach says it's unnecessary. We don't. Why are you drinking this? Okay, calcium. Get ready, calcium. We got to get rid of this crap. Come on. So you lose your calcium. You poo it out, and then there you are. You're back. You're relaxing.
what are your thoughts? So what are your thoughts on fermented foods like
Soya beans,
kombucha and kimchi and stuff like that?
Sorry, one more time.
Like fermented foods, like
Such as
such as kombucha, kimchi, like where it's been.
well, kimchi. I eat kimchi because I like that. Kimchi is nice. Radish, lettuce or cabbage, and chilies. That's great. I eat that. So some fermented food is great. I don't eat too much of it, but I do eat it. That's fine.
Yeah, there's this kind of hype over fermented foods, isn't there? And how they're so great. Like, well, apple cider vinegar is one of those as well.
Cider vinegar.
Yeah, apple cider vinegar. Like some people take that stuff because they say it kind of helps with digestion and things.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a variety of vinegars in my house, and I only use them slightly when I'm eating certain foods. It's not a regular thing that I eat.
Yeah, just to kind of like.
Oh, in a month, I might have vinegar in a month. If I'm having sashimi, I might have sashimi 4 times in the month, which is like a once a week thing, and it's very little. Talking about the vinegar, I might put the amount of a, you know, when you open the bottle, you've got that cap. It might just be a capful. That's all. That's it. Nothing else. And I'm not consuming all that because it's all liquid mixed in with the mensu, which is another liquid sauce that you use to eat the fish with a horseradish. So I mix this up. I eat the fish and I soak the fish in that. So when I'm finished, there's still a load of it left on the plate, which you throw away. So I've probably consumed minuscule. As long as you keep it down to a minimum, you're all right. Can't
Yeah,
be
well, some
drinking.
people say it's good for you, the apple cider vinegar, but I mean,
Yeah, I think in small amounts, in very small amounts, it'd be okay. It should be.
yeah, it's like with medicines. It's like it shouldn't be, you know, kind of consumed too much because it's toxic. Then or it just got less is more kind of thing. And
Oh,
Right,
like
I've
if you're
just
doing the herbs and stuff, you just
upstairs.
do a little bit of them.
Just excuse me a second. I'm just going to pop upstairs. Check the kids. Back in about 2-3 minutes. 1 moment. Everyone get ready. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I just see this video here. Mount Lyell and Mount McClure from 134 miles away. But I'm looking on here and it looks like it's taken from some height. So no, it's
yeah, what taken from above
I
sea
don't know how
level?
high up it's been took. So it's like because if it's taken high up, it probably would be possible on a globe. You know, like well, it says. Oh, hang on. It says this is the place. It says Google Maps shows 0 elevation. Well, Google Maps isn't always right, though, is it? So
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not everywhere.
I don't know. Doesn't look like it's at 0 elevation, though. Because even if you go up 100 feet, it increases your visibility quite drastically.
What? So you think they've been up everywhere then? Google Earth, all places.
Yeah, it's like how do they know it? They must have some like data, kind of all coming from different sources to put into it. Composites of data.
Yeah, there's got to be more to it. Now they're getting everywhere. Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna keep my reservations about it. Really, it's like one of those things.
Yeah.
I mean, as in like, unless you have accurate data on it, you can't really say it's proof either way.
No.
Unless you know exactly how high it was taken and how high the things are in the foreground. That's probably an important thing as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much in the foreground, to be fair. It's kind of, yeah. But, uh-oh. Hmm.
What's going on in chat, Jamie? Can you see chat?
Let's have a look.
Oh, what's going on? Look.
My mum was saying Jin's kids must worship him.
Yeah, I bet
Bless.
you do.
But he's such a good devoted dad, as are most dads, of course. Well, not all of them. Like, some of them are like, don't care, but, you know, so, and some do. Not sure if it's most, though, that care. I mean, it's just...
Yeah. I don't know, it's a hard one. You know, it depends, I think, on the upbringing. I think obviously Jim with his kids, you know, yeah, he's put them right, you know, his ways and stuff. You know, they're not going to answer back, you know, they're not going to give you a lot of shit or anything like that, you know. But yeah, that's cool. Hmm.
I'm back. It's absolutely chucking it down out there now.
So you're getting the children up for school, Jim?
Yeah, they're all up now.
Yeah, Jennifer's just put a nice comment about your children, saying it must be like, because you're a devoted dad, you know, like, yeah, you could.
Oh, cheers.
Like,
Thanks for
respect
that.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to put. I'm very much a hands-on papa in that sense, but they got a lot of freedom. Real democracy. They got their rights, and they said, "Let me know if I get in the way." But yeah, bless their little hearts, eh?
Mm.
Oh yeah, I do everything for them. Fix all their bikes, all the stuff they break. I fix before I buy. I just told me second one, third boy off. You know what he's done, right? He's got because it's cold, right? Because the temperature's dropped. He's got the heater on, but he's left the window open. I said, well, why do you do that? Why? So all the heat's going out the house. Shut the window, draw the curtains, and then put the heater on. Don't waste my money, man. Wow. I'm forever telling him not to do that. You know, don't seem to pick that up. You know what I mean?
Wide up, it's all the heat's going out. Yeah.
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 Got the window open. It's got it's got the it's because he's lucky. He's got the veranda, so he can go out onto the balcony if he wants from his bedroom, right? But he's got that veranda door open, right, and the wind's coming in, and he's got the heater on as well. Silly. Shut the bloody window, will you? Yeah. But yeah, you know, try and be a good dad. Of course, you've got to be, in you. I just want them to learn that you've got to try and save your money, because we're moving towards hardship even now. You know, things are just going up, right? So you've got to learn not to waste.
Yeah.
Stop wasting. Need less. Reduce your needs. When you buy something, buy it and try and make it last as long as possible, because it's not going to be that easily replaceable in the future, I'm afraid. You know, you've got to try and work with me, guys. Work with me. I'm not going to keep buying everything new all the time. That's why I'm ending up repairing a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's why I say to them, I'm still wearing a jacket that's 35 years old. I'm still wearing, right, because I like it. Yeah, right. People are buying my kind of jacket, but it's new, but they've stressed it out to make it look old, but it's not old, and they're paying a fortune. But I don't have to do that. This is the original. It's 35 years old. Okay, right. When you can say that, and clothing, and I got clothing that I wear that's 25, 30 years old and I still wear. Right. I love it when I say that to them. Yeah, you've got to learn how to minimize your needs, man. Reduce them. Reduce your needs, you're going to be rich. But if you want all the time, you're going nowhere fast, man. You're not living. Of course, with the kids at the moment, they're growing, so it's obviously going to be difficult for them, but still try and make things last. Especially all your games and that and stuff that we buy, your toys. Keep them in the box. We can resell them. There's the recycle shop's just down the road. Bicycle ride, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you're there. And you can go in, You know where the kids were crossing the road the other day?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right there. You can take all your toys and they buy them off you if they're in good nick.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've sold a few things there. You know, when they want something, they want a game or something. I say, okay, let's see what you're not using that we can sell that you don't really need. You get that all right. We'll take that, get some money, and I'll put some money towards it. That's what I'm trying to teach them. You know, because they think money's free. It's not fucking. It's not free, mate. Excuse me, French. It's not free. Got to work for it, mate. But yeah, you know, you've got to try and do your best for the kids in this day and age. I'm glad. The one thing that I'm really glad about is that they know that the earth is flat. They know. They just know it now.
Yeah.
They've got it locked down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's that. And I keep testing them on it all the time.
Cool.
You know, the 10-year-old still a bit reluctant though. The 10-year-old one, so adamant that it's a ball. I said, how can you? Have you been up there to know? Right, exactly. You haven't been to space to see. Right. I'm older than you. I'm telling you, it's not. You're only 10 years old. I'm 57. I'm older than you. Right. So come on, boy. Think. Yeah, but my teacher, yeah, but your teacher doesn't know everything. Your teacher doesn't know everything. Teacher doesn't know. They've made a mistake. Listen to your brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm not having any of that. You know, the teenage adolescence nonsense. That hasn't happened in our family, you know. And I think it's because I've always been with them, like taking them to places and that, and go and do this, let's go and do that. They're now becoming very independent though now. I mean, the 19-year-old one, he does what he likes, of course. 16-year-old, he's into judo, so he's busy and he goes out with his friends. 13-year-old's got his friends coming out. So it's very rare that I do things with them now, unless it's the summer holidays where we might go camping together. So I arranged that, but they're now becoming very independent. When they were much younger, I was with them, you know, all the time, daily, every day. I mean, listen to this one. Right? I finished work at 9 o'clock. Right, 9 o'clock, 9:30. I've got my mountain bike and I've got a bike trailer, and this trailer can carry 2 kids inside with a seatbelt, so they're safe in there. Big orange flag, so the cars can see it. Yeah, and I used to cycle all over where I live because that's what they wanted to do. So I used to cycle them everywhere. They wanted to go to the motorbike shop mainly, so I used to take them to the motorbike shop and look at all the motorbikes. And then on the way back, they'd be sleeping. You know, the cycling motion and the side-to-side rocking motion, they're asleep. Yeah, in the summer, every night, getting back about half 10, half 10, 11, getting back from cycling with the kids, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
That's night time. Yeah. And if I had any free time earlier, then I might play games with them upstairs. I used to enjoy all that. I used to give my wife a chance. She'd sleep in a separate room. Then I'd take over the kids from 9 o'clock at night, all the way through to 6 o'clock in the morning. 9:30 to 6. I had the baby with me. So because I'm a night owl, so I'd be on the computer. I'd be watching something on TV, and the baby would be in the basket, in the crib, the basket right by me there. So when the baby woke up, change his nappy, give him a feed. Right, and then put a towel on his shoulder because I know he's going to burp, and then rub his stomach, give him a tickle. My technique for getting them burping was tickle their sides, and you get, and half of it comes pouring out. That was a technique I used to have, and then put him back to sleep again. And if he wouldn't sleep, I'd walk around the living room with him. I did that for 9 months, solid. All the boys, I did that. 9 months solid. Yeah.
That's way before you found out about flat Earth as well, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. But I had discovered didn't go to the moon by 2004.
Yeah.
Right. So my first son was born in 2000, 2002, 2005, 2009.
Yeah.
Right. So well before I was a flat earther, yeah, well before. But I was already on the road to truth by then anyway. I'd known they hadn't gone to the moon. I knew 9/11 was an inside job. Yeah, I was really angry when I found that out. That's why my car number plate's 911.
Yeah.
That's why I chose that number
Mm.
for my car number plate 91911. Never to forget. Bastards that they are. So yeah, excuse my French there, but yeah, they get you like that sometimes. But yeah, I enjoyed bringing up the children when they were babies, and then and then they grow up and go to the park every day and cycling and everything. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I just wish they'd learned this next stage. Don't waste money. Don't leave the light on and then go to another room with the light on in the bedroom for about an hour. Well, what's that all about? Turn the light off if you're not going to be in there. Come on now.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm always on them about the lights because they leave too many lights on. You know. What about your lot? Don't they waste electricity, or are they very good at that?
But actually, not too bad. They only turn lights off where need be. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not too bad. Apart from their like laptops and tablets and that, and plugged in and whatnot. Apart from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do try to let them know that you've got to save the money. Don't waste electricity. Okay, don't leave the light on and go out and play with your mates. I come up there just to see if they're all right. He's not in the house. The light's left on. The game's still running. Bloody hell!
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
So I switch everything off. They're lucky their bedroom doors don't have a lock because I'd lock the room up. I'd lock it up. We'd have to come and find the key. Daddy, why have you locked the room up? Well, because you left the light on and the game on, didn't you?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Jamie, are you okay now? And Lee, are you tired? Because what time is
well,
it
I'm
now?
gonna probably wrap it up soon, and
Yeah, it's coming up for midnight now.
well,
Coming up
it's
for midnight.
just coming up to 11:30. So
Yeah, 11:30. So you're moving towards midnight.
yeah.
Well, if you want to call it quits there, yeah, we can, man. We've got a
Well,
good
unless
innings.
you've got anything else to say, I mean,
Well,
we've
I've always got
covered
something to
quite
say.
a few things there, aren't we? Like you were talking about the the tricks with the artistry, and the
Yeah.
um
Well, yeah, that was quite interesting. I left a link in the chat room, and I've left a link in the back chat here as well. I think I have done that correctly. I hope. So hopefully you'll look in the back chat, and it should be there waiting for you if you're interested to look, because it is indeed an eye opener. Yes, it's in there. It's a playlist, and then the interview as well afterwards. Really good. Just follow him through. David Hockney, Britain's living legend, they call him. It's about 80 now. 80 now. But yeah, fantastic documentary. Another one by the BBC. Another good one by the BBC. I think it's from the Omnibus series. Anybody remember that? BBC's Omnibus.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, right. So it's from the Omnibus series. I think it was either 2001 or 2002. Thereabouts.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. I watched that. I probably watched it at the time, but yeah.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah, I watched it for the first time here in Japan, of course. And I thought, the Lying Dogs. That's what they were up to. No, and I always remembered that what I said to my teacher, that the artists had brilliant eyesight back in the old days, because in the 1970s we were surrounded by modern art. Yeah. So there is a distinct difference between what I saw and what I was seeing as present artist paintings. I noticed that these were like, it's like a photograph, I said to my teacher. But they didn't have cameras then, did they, sir? No, they didn't. Oh, right. Yeah, they didn't have it. They had brilliant eyesight. And I never thought of it after that until 2001, David Hockney. Great artist.
Oh, yeah.
So Dragon Morning Star's off. Thanks, Dragon. Dragon Morning Star. Reality 666 Raider. It was great being with you. Nice. Hopefully you'll come back. Merle, of course. Chris Hayes. He came in and he went. Big shout
Yeah,
out
he probably
to
didn't like the. I think he didn't like the reality creator 666, and then he didn't like when Merle was on as well.
I think it might have been more Merle, Jamie.
Yeah, but he didn't like the reality creator guy as well. He was kind of probably because of what he was saying about Dell, like that.
Yeah.
That Dell was a. He was saying that Dell was like a
gatekeeper.
Sonic or something. Yeah. Controlled opposition or something. It is.
Yeah, that's right. That's what.
But then Chris Hayes was like, saying that he's just, talking nonsense or something like that. And yeah, I suppose, it was more Merle that he really didn't seem to like. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably because Merle went over to like people like Timmy and like Discord group and all that, and started buddying with them a bit. And Dell didn't like the way he kind of went about that, and so they kind of fell out over it. So.
Yeah, well, never mind. You can't agree with everyone all the time.
That's
right. It is what it is at the end of the day.
I think that people are allowed to kind of go wherever they want to go. I think the problem is like that they had that because these people are associated with porn bombers a lot of the time, aren't they? So people like P. Mars and stuff like that, he gets associated with porn bombers and stuff because some of these night hangouts and stuff. So when they do that, they kind of get associated with porn bombing.
Yeah, P. Mars is all right though. I like him.
Well, it's like he has some days where he's all right and some days where he's not.
Yeah. Yeah, some days he's like a bit a bit like chat happy and give you a lot of
where
shit.
it's like he's trying to say stuff to trigger people.
Yeah.
Or he's triggered himself, it's almost like it's an act some days where he's just trying to like exaggerate sort of his kind of like the way he's like acting and
possibly.
So kind of like a drama or something.
Yeah, possibly. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's been a good hangout. I'd say.
Yeah, it was okay.
I think I enjoyed it. To talk about next time or something,
Yeah, I've got a few things already to talk about next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go over the dairy, see what Jennifer thinks about that. Did she learn anything, and is she going to change her lifestyle? perhaps, and perhaps you guys can watch the video yourself.
Yeah, I'll
And
have a watch that kid. Yeah.
yeah, see if you're gonna change your lifestyle, because it's definitely one of those ones where it's an education in health management.
Mm.
So if you want to have a good health, you want to stay away from dairy as much as possible.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a watch of that. Yeah.
So on that note, then, people, what do you say? We call it quits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Might have to.
yeah. I think that's enough, really. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Especially reality creators are always there. So
Yeah.
He's always there, that one, yeah. Love it,
Yeah.
man.
apart from when he went over to Pete's, but fair enough. But yeah.
Cool.
Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah, nice.
So should be back Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, it'd be alright for me. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. We'll do that then. Hopefully get Tom Corner on or something, and maybe some other people.
I
Or
know
is
he's
he
off.
able to?
Yeah, he's off Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So yeah, it should be Thursday. Oh.
It's always a laugh when he's on. Urine.
He said he's not gonna. He said he's not gonna drink anymore.
Gold.
He said he's not gonna drink anymore when we go online.
What? Because it kind of grosses some people out.
No, well, because he realizes he slurs a lot. I think.
Oh, you mean as in drinking like alcohol?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, when I was drinking urine, you also 16% proof alcohol. That's what it was saying. It was alcohol or something. Was it the fermentation of the urine, or was it just that it was alcohol being dumped into the urine? Probably that
Yeah.
being eliminated. So if you're drinking that, you're gonna just you're not gonna ever become sober, are you?
No,
Yeah.
you're not.
You're not. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we should
Yeah.
say good night.
We love Tom. Yeah, Tom's a cool
Obviously,
guy.
it's daytime for Jin right now, but
Yeah.
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 So
Cool.
have a good morning, night, whatever it is, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should chat to you all soon. So
Cool.
peace out, bro.
Nice one.